All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the NADCL. It's season 6. It's the final day of playoffs. I am Jeeves, joined by Samson. And how are you? How are you feeling about today? You know, all kind. There's a few situations that could unfold today that might change how things break down in the groups for sure, right? In the
I've
playoffs.
been enjoying all the games for sure. I'm excited for another day.
Yeah, all right. Okay, fantastic. Well, I mean, before we get started on the games today, we are going to be speaking to a lovely gentleman, 5716X, also known as Nick from the Cope Dow. I'm pretty hyped to. Oh, DGen Dinos.
Yep,
Oh my God,
these
I
are
have to change
dinos,
all
yeah.
my questions. No, no, DGen Dinos for sure. Welcome to the show, Nick, and we're going to be super happy to have you.
Thanks for having me, man. Yeah, excited to be here.
All right. So like DJ and Dinos, you guys kind of forfeited tonight. Was that just because you felt like it didn't really matter and the match didn't really kind of affect too
I do
much where you were going to end up or
I do think it was a little bit of that, but B9 messaged us saying like, "Hey, I want to go to like a Lunar New Year party tonight, so I'm going to forfeit." And we're like, "It doesn't really matter. Like we're in the playoffs anyway." Tony, I think also had some plans tonight, so we were just like, "It's fine. Let's just forfeit." Yeah.
sure. Yeah, well, I kind of wanted to kind of ask you guys like so how much of a team are like how much of like a real operational team are the guys when they are together? I mean, do you guys have like a coach? Do you guys scrim other teams in between times, or is it kind of like just kind of sort of turn up and
So, what's really cool about having B9 on a team is that you wouldn't really need a coach on top of him, TBH. He's like really experienced and kind of plays that role for us. He does a lot of the drafting. He does a lot of the input for like the in-game strategy, like what people are doing and things like that. So no, we don't have a coach, but we have B9 playing that role basically.
yeah, no, fair. And what about scrims? Do you guys ever like pick up a game outside of the DCL, or do you just wait kind of like for the games of the week?
So I pitched it to them. I was trying to be like a good owner at the start of the season, and I said, "Hey, like, do you guys want us to set up scrims? We also have a manager who's kind of playing a role in helping us with that." They kind of feel like these group stage games are like scrims basically. So it's kind of like everything is a scrim leading up to the playoffs, and then it becomes real. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What kind of so how long have you actually been into Dota? Like how did you get into this whole mess of things? You know, how did you get here? How did you start out?
Yeah, it's funny. I was talking to Malibu Jesus like right before this, and he said that he started playing at 12, which was also the age that I started playing. So like middle school, late middle school was like the first time I played Dota. I played a lot in high school, a decent amount like early college, but then I took a break. I quit for like 4 or 5 years or something like that, and now I'm back. Yeah.
So you started on Dota 1, right? Or
I did, yeah, back when it was a Warcraft mod. I remember the first time new heroes ever came out was the patch where Clockwork and Windrunner came out the same patch. That was the first time that new heroes got introduced. Yeah.
all right. Windrunner with the old bent back. Well, not even really, because she was a Warcraft model of Sylvanas or something, right?
Yeah, she
Yeah, yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. But like, so how do you go from like, so you played Dota obviously as a kid, you kind of were
Mhm,
invested in it from the age of 12, and
mhm.
then you go on to play Dota 2, and then sort of drop off after what TI 5, TI 6, kind of like faded away from Dota for a little while.
Yeah.
Maybe other things came up in life and just kind of had to focus elsewhere. Just maybe did you switch to League of Legends or?
Oh, okay. I did a little bit, but that wasn't the main
Oh
reason
my
I quit.
God.
I I actually played League right when it came out, just for fun with some real life friends. They kept playing League, but I switched to Dota 2 when Dota 2 came out.
Sure,
I kind of
understandable. There was no Dota 2, right? You kind of had to,
yeah,
it was still Dota 1, and then League comes out with slightly shinier graphics and a slicker ecosystem for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a new thing at the time. It was really exciting. Nowadays League gameplay is like really boring to me, so I don't think I would ever pick it up again. But yeah,
So you come back to Dota 2, right? And
yeah.
then you see, PPD, North American Legends,
Mhm,
starting the NADCL. How
mhm.
long have you had a team in the league, in the leagues? And is this your first season or?
Yeah, it's my first season. And just to clarify, I'm very like separated from the NA Dota scene. Like I don't really know what's going on. I just log on and like click find match most of the time. So that's my knowledge of like who the NA good players are, who are the top teams, who is beefing with who. I have no knowledge of any of this. I came back to Dota, I think, because I don't really know why, man. I just had a lot of free time and I just came back to it. I was kind of craving some Dota games. Yeah.
That's amazing. Like,
Yeah.
given like you say, you weren't really in touch. You don't really know who's beefing and whatever like that. Do you think that kind of helped or hindered you when it came to actually, when you did the draft? When you were picking up your players, what were your main kind of like driving factors there? Was it a numbers game for you, moneyballing it, or did you just pick bloody 9+4? What was the
It
what was
was
the
a bloody
strat there?
9+4 strat. Yeah. I think I got really valuable high MMR players for really little gold. I didn't want to spend like 300 gold on a player. That was never in my plans. I was saving a lot of gold to get B9. He was my last pick. I drafted him for like 150 or something, but by then like everyone was like broke, so it was like a free pick. So yeah, so just to clarify, like Skyward and B9 are like pretty good friends and they're very comfortable like playing with each other. So I kind of asked them like, who do you guys want to play with? And we built like a list and we just picked people from the list essentially. Yeah.
All right, that's actually pretty good because then they know who they've played with in previous iterations of the league. They know who they've
Mhm.
played with in pubs. They know what the chemistry is going to be like. I think
Yeah.
that's a big advantage. Like some people would be like, "No, I'm going to do the picking and stuff," but very smart, very
Yeah.
astute move, bringing the two lads in and being like,
And
"Who can you play with and who's trash?"
and I didn't know Skyward, but like I'm glad we picked him and that B9 was like, you got to get this guy because he is insane. Like I don't know if people respect him in NA Dota, but this guy is like really, really good at this game. Just the plays that he makes, the reaction speeds he has and everything, like he's just all around super solid. So shout out to Skyward.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure, for sure. If, if you were like, if you were in the shoes, I think it's probably unfair to ask you this, but if you were like in the shoes of the league commissioner,
Mhm.
where would you take season 7 and season 8 of NEDCL? Is there any kind of ideas or directions that you think that the league should go in?
I actually wrote out a Google Doc of all the pain points that I'm seeing in season 6 and like potential solutions, in my opinion, to season 7. I think it's really interesting that this is like the 6th season because it feels like we're still very much in like an experimental phase. It doesn't feel like this is like a concrete template that we're rolling over from like previous seasons and stuff like that, which is fine. I think it's good to like test out new things and stuff. But I have some thoughts. I think I don't know if we should get into it, to be honest. Like maybe it's
No, no, no,
yeah,
no, no. I mean, it's just kind of see how kind of invested you are, and how
it's
and
a
how
long
and how
discussion
you
to
see the
have,
league
I
going.
would
For
say.
sure, no, absolutely, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. We'll leave that one for a more one-on-one,
sure.
intimate,
Yeah.
discussion at some point, perhaps. Kind of like also. So your boys, I think, what are they? They're second in the league? No.
They're
Uh,
second, but let's be honest, we didn't get to play Sporkface with our full roster. We don't know if we're actually the number 1 team, in my opinion. I think we might be. Um, yeah, I'll say that.
yeah. Okay. Okay. So you think you're going to easily cruise through upper bracket then? You're going to smash the Bulls tonight and then
I
go
would
on
be
from there.
surprised if you saw us in lower bracket anytime soon. Yeah.
All right, nice amount of confidence coming through there
Yeah.
from the Cope Dow
Sure.
CEO. Or
Degen
say
Dinos, but
CEO
yeah.
owner. Oh, Degen Dinos. Oh my god.
Yeah, no worries, man. Long day, long day.
Yeah, well, no, it is for me. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I
Yeah.
have to, I have to get in there. DJ Dinos, of course. Yeah, wow, brilliant. Yo,
Cool.
Samson, you've been very quiet, my friend. I haven't really given you any chance to speak, but that's quite normal for me. But man, what's up with that? Any kind of thoughts? Any questions for our boy here?
Yeah, yeah. So how in tune are you with like your team's drafting?
Not well, I stood in for Div 1, so I listened to them draft for 2 games. Or
Mhm.
for 3 games actually. I stood in for 3. I'm not very in tune, but it seems like they have it down. Yeah.
How much do they like talk in your Discord chat, I guess, and like what are you seeing from them?
These guys are
What do
like
you
all
learn?
friends. Like honestly, like the vibes are great in our Discord chat. Shifu is a really funny person. Like half of his messages are like cat gifs, and it's just like it sets like a good mood, I think, for the team. Uh, Muzi also, I think, has like this contradictory personality, I guess, in NA Dota. Like PPD says that he's like a flamer or thrower or something. Not my experience with this guy at all. He seems like he's here to PMA, try hard, and he's been a great teammate for us so far. Um, Overall, vibes are great, man. I think we're doing good.
Have you ever listened back to the comms after one of their games just to kind of see what the vibe is like, or jumped in as a coach during like all draft or something?
No, I haven't. No, maybe I should.
Yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah. I actually have a question for Samson. You're like
Yeah.
like you play NA Dota ranked, right? Like you're like immortal and stuff like that.
Not immortal yet, no.
Okay. Well, my question either way would be like, what did you think of the DGen Dino roster when it first got formed? Like, did you think we would be this good?
I mean, yeah, I believe in Skyward for sure. And Bloody Nine, like you need a good captain. I don't think there's many captains. Like
Yeah.
that's a totally underrated thing in NA Dota. We have some mid players, we have some carries, but he is one of the only actual captains. And I guess it's
Sure.
hard to be successful as a captain, especially when there's like these big teams. But yeah, I believed in your team for sure.
Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah, I think we were considered like not the strongest roster when we first formed, but then after week 1, everyone was like, wait a second, like this is kind of like a really good team. So I'm glad we're getting the respect. Yeah.
I mean the performances so far have pretty much speak for themselves. You know, you guys have had a pretty good run.
For
You
sure.
know, sitting super comfortably there.
Yeah.
I'd be feeling pretty confident if I was you. You know, not too confident. You know, you don't want to be like, yeah, why not? Actually, you know, fire up the boys and tell them, you know, just go wild, make it happen.
They're fired up. They're pretty confident, I would say. Yeah.
So yeah, that's perfect. That's
Cool.
thank you so much for answering our questions. I know there was a lot of
Yeah.
questions there, and maybe we didn't get to answer all of them as fully as we'd like to. But you know, thank you so much for joining us here, and good
Yeah.
luck with the you know, the upper
The
bracket.
games. Thanks,
Yeah.
man. This was super fun. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Bye.
Thank you.
All right, so that was 5716 X from the DGen Dinos, the owner. And now we had a slight change. We were going to cover Cope Dow versus DGen Dinos match tonight, but they, like I say, because of the forfeit, instead of that, we are going to do the slightly more impressive. Who are we covering, Samson? It's Bullish versus Astronauts. Oh, Fryboys versus Chompers. Oh, is that? Is okay. Okay, no problem. So it's Fryboys versus Chompers we're going to have, and that's going to be a little bit of a difficult one for Chompix to cash, right? That's his
Yeah.
actual team. He's going to be a little bit biased, maybe, but I think
And
maybe we'll get a
they're
little
fighting
bit
for
of
their
balance.
lives.
Yeah, they're. Are they doing better in the Division 2? Are the Division 2 team doing better? I feel like they are performing slightly better, right?
Yeah, I think they're locked into playoffs for Division 2.
All right, so not the
Chompers.
complete. Oh yeah, they're in second position in Division 2. So I know maybe didn't quite get the players that they wanted for Division 1. But yeah, so they're gonna play off, and so if they win, they actually go into upper bracket. Is that right? No, there'll be a playoff, baby. No,
No, the highest they
They're-
could get is 6th, I think.
Did they even get into 6th though?
Depends on how Yodi Brody Nexus goes against Lil Nouns. Lil Nouns is though at the bottom, so probably Chompers is just fighting for 7th place right now.
Man, that's it's pretty unfortunate, but you know, like I say, it's that Division 2 team doing pretty well. We're in the draft. Any particular picks and bans that we're expecting to see come out here? I see we get rid of the Vengeful Spirit and the Techies. Techies is an absolute demon at the moment, I have to
Oh
say.
yeah, I just played a game with the Techies. He is just the ags around the Roche pit is so nice.
Yeah, complete area denial. It's quite disgusting. Centaur, pretty common pickup as well. Lion, very, very strong with his current iteration. Vengeful Spirit, always going to be popular. Movement-based heroes, you know, you kind of expect that. Hoodwink, Yeah, she's a bit of an annoyance as well, and they get rid of the Doom. So you think they're kind of looking at maybe like a little bit of micro, a little bit of zoo army for the Chompers.
I could see that. Yeah, Arms is a Lycan player, I believe.
Okay, definitely something to watch out for. I mean, Lycan's still a super pacey hero at the moment, quite irritating to deal with, but in the early game for sure, and comes online pretty sweetly, I have to say.
Oh, the Hoodwink ban. Yeah, the LGTK Hoodwink is pretty or killer.
Yeah, they got rid of the Dragon Knight as well. Where have people been playing Dragon Knight? It's mostly mid at the moment, right? We haven't really seen much off. Well, we've seen a few offlane Dragon Knights, I think, but nothing too exciting.
Yeah, definitely some offlane Dragon Knights. He can even play one really. That's why he's such a good ban in the first phase because he can just do anything.
Quite a staple in NA for many years, of course. And talking about another NA staple, we get the Nature's Prophet picked up. First pick. It's a extremely annoying hero to deal with. The mobility around the map is pretty cursed with that teleport damage for now.
And it's a great first pick. You always want to be active. You don't want to have a game where just nothing happens in the beginning and you just kind of are reactive.
They go for the tiny. It's pretty decent control hero. I think probably position 4, but I mean you could swing it position. You could put it mid still, right? Position 1 probably not, but mid for sure. But probably 4, I would imagine.
Yeah, he Tiny, according to the stats, he has a great win rate right now, and I think it's both Pause 4 and I Annihilate was running it mid quite often.
Okay. Get rid of the Meepo. Does Arms play Meepo as well, or is this someone else's hero? I mean, Meepo is pretty strong at the moment. That Mega Meepo is quite toxic. Timbersaw, very good versus Nature's Prophet. Get out a jail free card for the Sprouting and such. Maybe some kind of can opener hero now. Fryboys could look at. Maybe even the. What about the Witch Doctor? But then Nature's Prophet 4, I would imagine. Sure, that does a similar job for sure. 2 strength heroes on the board as well. Feels like a pretty good pick. Unless Tiny's. Tiny's still strength, right? He's not universal.
Yes, he's still a strength. I love Venomancer. I am a level 30 Venomancer. I will say I don't love the Veno always with Nature's Prophet. Like they kind of do the same thing in the early game. I mean, I guess you can just commit to the early game demolition.
I think Veno's also pretty good at D push though, as well. Like you can push, but I think he's like he tangles things up and he makes things messy to fight into. I'm not really too much of a fan of Veno plus Faceless, Nature's Prophet plus Faceless. I guess once it's got Orchid, it'll be fine.
He does solve some of the problems that like you have with the Nature's Prophet post Veno, like the lack of stun. So I guess in the Nature's Prophet and the Veno, they're at least making space for like this really late game carry.
Winter Wyvern. Okay.
Some save for the Faceless Void. Pretty annoying for the Veno as well. The heal, like any heal against the Veno is super nice because Veno just loves getting those late fight kills with the poison.
Yeah, ticking down over time, certainly. Cold Embrace, super good, yep, versus Faceless Void. If you like early game, you can Cold Embrace the person in the chrono, and then later on, you can you can alt Faceless Void himself, just lock his whole chrono time down. So he's definitely going to be a bit of a target, but we're Tiny there as well with the potential for Tiny to be able to actually. I'm liking what Chompers are bringing out stun wise. Basically, they've got some nice control. The follow up from Timbersaw is always really irritating to deal with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they catch a few people on Tiny or with Winter Wyvern, it's real nice. They'll follow up. I'm wondering if this Timber is going to be a mid, so you just don't have to go against the Faceless, I guess. I mean, not that it would be bad, but
No, I guess now with the Queen of Pain
Okay,
makeup,
never mind.
maybe not. But I think
Well,
I think it's fine for Timber. Timbers aren't really building into too much in reactive armor anymore, right? You go full nuke build with the skills at the moment, right?
yeah,
Well,
Whisper was even going for stats before getting reactive armor and just blinking at people and just doing
yeah,
all the damage.
like basically like a pure damage axe, well, or a nuke axe, basically, but well, more proactive even. You know, you
Yeah,
don't have to wait for the swings. But no, I feel kind of sad because the reactive armor is kind of like the you know what makes the hero. You know what makes it's his personality. You know, it's kind of like they've taken that away. They've given this new brutal psychopath jumping in on top of you with a blink dagger or timber chaining in. You know, and unleashing a lot of damage. Like he's a pretty good initiation hero for this now. But I feel kind of sad for the old kind of persona. But I mean, a lot of heroes go through that, I guess.
yeah. I don't think Ice Frog likes it when people do not actually skill the abilities.
Oh, he's definitely gonna nerf stuff and buff stuff for sure on Timbersaw at some point in the not too distant future. Get rid of the Viper as well, and then what's the pickup here? Ember Spirit. If Arms is going for this last pick Lycan, like if they've read the situation ahead of time, that's a pretty good hero versus Lycan for sure. The Sleight of
Yeah,
Fist will do some work.
don't know about the Lycan with the timber saw. Kind of just run at people, they run away.
Could be
Let's see.
Troll then, right? Get rid of Rookie, get rid of Pudge and Puck.
Arms plays Ursa, Jug, Slark. Any of those guys? Maybe a Slark?
Yeah, I mean it gives you the extra saving chrono, right? If you get Depth Charge for sure. Get rid of Morphling was what they were thinking. Okay. I mean, they're basically thinking of heroes that can survive in the chrono versus Faceless Void. You know, like who are they going to pick that's going to have a chance after like 40 minutes? I mean, I don't know. Maybe go back for Luna, but I mean, I'm not saying she survives her chrono. I'm just saying that she might help finish the game earlier.
Yeah, I could see the Luna. Nice with the timber saw. Some good spells.
Yeah, the push is annoying. Okay, for the bounty hunter. I mean, I'm never a fan of bounty. This is offlane bounty, though, right? It's position 3.
Yeah, I guess that's a kind of. He's probably confident on the hero. It's Zor. Yeah, Zor. So he plays some funky stuff in the off lane.
All right, okay.
And maybe they were thinking they were going to lifesteal her. I don't know, something like that.
All right,
Definitely
last pick for Chompers. What do you think they're going to pull out here? What's the solution to their carry issues here? Think the troll, the Luna, I think, or Naga Siren. Okay, did not see that coming.
No. It is
I mean,
micro
he's
hero.
obviously confident on it. It's it's in his wheelhouse for sure. It does make a lot of space over the map. It farms really well. Ember Spirit does have the tools to kind of deal with it. Faceless Void's going to build into a Maelstrom, probably get a Mjolnir a little bit later on. Chrono's a decent enough answer, I guess. I guess if you get Song off though, like you kind of have to pop BKB as part of a Chrono, which doesn't feel too good. And they still have a lot of saves. I think Chomper's draft's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. I like the Chompers drafts. I could see them easily just winning all the lanes and just running over. But maybe Fryboys' one glimmer of hope is their supports that have just like the super toxic supports that maybe just take over the game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fryboys are looking pretty strong though. I mean, they're doing a little bit better in the bracket in the playoffs. Doing a little bit better. You know, slightly better placement there. Do you think it's a better, higher average skill level in Fryboys here that they might be able to overcome some of the draft issues?
Maybe they have shown they have higher skill so far, but Chompers is fighting for their playoff spot right now, so they have a lot of motivation. I think just the draft, we're favoring the draft a bit, so I think we're favoring Chompers here.
All right. Well, we've got this game coming up here. We've got the drafts all sorted out. Only one team, unfortunately, can win this. So it's a best of one. We will be having, like I say, Chompix is going to be casting along with Malibu Jesus, and Chompix obviously with a personal investment in this game. If he, if he breaks a little bit during that, during this, if things go south, give him some time.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff. Well, welcome. This is Fryboys versus Chompers. My name is Chompix. Yes, I am the owner of the Chompers, and with here Malibu Jesus. How are you doing, Malibu Jesus, tonight?
Chompix, it's great to be back with you, my friend. I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Excited to see your boys, the Chompers, munch up on some fries.
hopefully we end up doing that. Well, I do have really good news, but I don't want to tell it to my players, else they're going to start pulling out those risky and meat strats that they've been planning all season long. Uh, they are secure upper bracket with the bullish on gaming winning the game versus the honor versus Astronaut Esports. We have finally secure our upper bracket slot.
All right. So that balanced out the records in their favor, I assume, then.
Yes. However, the Honor Vanguard, they just need to win one game to make it through upper bracket. Yep. If they end up losing 0-2, we will have tiebreakers.
Oh, nobody wants to play tiebreakers on these squads, I'm so certain. And we see a little bit of action here at the top top bounty rune in the river. LGTK taking a lot of harass. But the venomous scale gonna take them off their back there. And it's not just Chompix and myself tonight. We have a third
Yes.
with us, the famous Fade of NA Dota. How are you tonight, Fade?
Well, guys, how are you? I'm good. Didn't get to play today, but maybe this is even better. Just casting some Dota with you guys, so I'm looking forward to it.
Right on. Why didn't you all get to play tonight?
The enemy forfeited,
Oh,
so unlucky.
Unluck.
Well, we did the same. It's like, no, we're playing Bobby Teach and Fade. I guess we're just gonna call it a night. No look for any standing.
I guess so. They didn't tell me.
We gotta
that,
save his strats.
Yeah.
1 minute. So, what are your thoughts based on this Fryboys squad? I was looking them up, and they're pretty much a team which didn't spend the entire gold.
Yeah, they have. I don't think they have like a lot of like standout players, but all their players have pretty good are pretty decent. So it's makes for a pretty balanced team, I would say. So they I'm not sure if they're playing with Rem. I think they have a stand-in today. But Rem also has like a certain hero pool, like really likes playing illusion heroes. So a lot of times they'll have like super like crazy late games. I know we played like a crazy like 1 hour and 10-minute game with them. So they're a pretty cool team to watch. I think they have a good potential. They've been doing pretty well, I think so.
Yeah, you were talking about players with experience like Soar. Soar has been playing a lot of NADPC. You play with Soar, right? Under Felt? At some
No,
point
I
or
was. He played with Felt before I played with Felt, so I came after him. But yeah, Zor also like a player that he's an offlane player. He also has like a very distinct hero pool, heroes he likes to play. So very another like interesting player that when you play against them, you have to keep in mind what he plays because he like some signature heroes like Timber Weaver, he plays them a lot. So you don't really want to give it to him. So I guess they did a good job of that. He's playing the bounty this game, but it looks like he has a good level on the bounty as well.
Now, Fade, what kind of build do you expect to see coming out of Zor? I mean, I see like the need of some magic damage mitigation, but also to deal with these illusion heroes.
Top, they make it for the first blood. LGTK is down, and Arminio getting their first blood right now at the night. Just munching in some fries.
Yeah, it's really big. I was in the draft. I was really surprised they let the Naga through. To me, it's like when you pick a bounty, you hate illusion heroes. A lot of the bounty is like winning your lane and then transitioning from that. He's playing against Naga, so it's kind of hard to do that, especially once you get more levels. You just don't interact with this hero very well. Um, don't haven't seen a lot of it. I would imagine you have to deal with this Naga some sort. Maybe you want to go even like some Radiance route or something like that. But I'm gonna look out as well because I don't think bounty off lane right now. I don't see it a lot. I'm not. I think maybe Radiance, but that he might wanna. He might like go some like battle build and try to like just fight, which is maybe work as well.
I see
Understood.
him give some stats as well with the Wraith Band. So
Yeah, yeah. At the start, he just wants to get stats, but we'll see where he like first big pickup for him.
the middle of the day, Jambura giving another kill to Demo. Demo is our standing. Unfortunately, our mistake. I don't know if it was a mistake drafting him, but he cannot make it tonight.
Well, I mean, Demo, he's seems to be doing quite well. Picking up that kill. He's 21-3. Just behind Jed in the mid lane.
He's very excited to play though. Like that's for sure. Oh, they're gonna try to intercept him. Blinks. Just find out those little trees starting to form with the TP.
Yeah, great awareness there from LGTK, knowing that a little bit of pressure is going to help against that Quap. Always looking at that mid lane. Oh,
Propped up. Oof, you got it. Adams may be able to get another key. There's Bonk. No, I think Sword will have it, right? Just gonna start right clicking them. Arms doesn't have a way to stay alive right now. Oh,
Sword
he
getting
did manage to
kinda
stay
low.
alive. Well, how? He should be going down, right?
Very high
trying to
armor
play
hero,
hide
this
and
bounty
seek.
hunter.
Oh, there is a 2 Wraith Band on this Naga Siren. Body blocked by Bonk. Who's trying to save arms. Can he cut this? Oh, the blood grenade went through.
And the
Knocking
courier.
down. Eeh.
Great momentum swing in that top lane. Getting a kill off of the respawning Nature's Prophet. Not quite as devastating as getting a kill after using a TP, but it's going to let Fryboys really control the tempo of this lane. Get rid of this catapult. Maybe get a massive pull off to this double stacked hard camp too.
They're coming through the mid lane, trying to secure this water rune as well. No. Invisibility rune, your power runes.
Fade. So, how do you deal with this Naga Siren in the laning stage? As she gets more levels, she just kind of wants to push the lane out. That way, she can farm these easy jungle camps. How do you just take the net worth that you get from the wave being at your tower, or do you try to respond with aggression?
They're kind of harassing her now. It's really, I mean, good that looks like the bounty did well against her in lane, so that's really important. Like right now, I mean, she's only level 4, so she doesn't have like a lot of farm or levels, so she can't really send those illusions, they'll die. Plus, they're bringing a lot of heroes for this tower with catapult top, so they're gonna take her tower down as well. But like, if she had a better lane, then it would be really hard. That's what's a really good Naga game because you can't deal with her illusions. But right now they're doing, they did well lane, so they're pressuring with the catapult. So yeah, I think it's a good solution by them. But in general, either you try to wave clear against her, or you have to go and kind of like kill the disease, right? Not the symptom is the Naga illusions. The disease is like she's sending them out, so you got to go kill her, kick her out of the spot you want to be. But I would say like pleasantly surprised. I mean, Bounty is a really annoying laner. This is like why you pick him. You want to win your lane, so he's doing very well right now. But if they want to win this game on Fryboys, looks like some action middle lane happening.
LGTK getting the kill on Empress or on the Queen of Pain. First death for her coming out.
Looks like they might secure the runes as well for the Ember, important. But if they want to win this game, I mean, the Void actually is a fine matchup against Naga later on. Once he gets like a Mjolnir, Manta, BKB, Naga's big timing is the Orchid. And when she comes out and she pressures the whole map and has a lot of kill threat. But if the Naga is like can't like tempo, then they could definitely like in late game. I see they have a big advantage. This Void, Ember Spirit, they're gonna have like a lot of team fight potential, and Naga might just not be enough. So, just another way for them to deal with Naga. But
Oh.
yeah,
Bonk trying to escape. He will make it out. The Arctic Burn. No, not really. You have a jet coming through. It's trying to just burst him down. Yeah, I think that is a dead Bonk, right? Yeah. There should be enough damage to stop Bonk. Jesus rotates as well, trying to get Jambura, slowing them down, but the toss damage with Demo. Start right clicking Jambura. Jambura will be falling down. Yes, that is a 2-for-2 so far. And here's Sor, the offlaner bounty hunter coming through, going with the track as well, making sure tracking Jesus. And the Queen of Pain. Oof, that's a dead Queen of Pain.
You know, three track kills for the side of Fryboys. I think you're quite content to write off your supports for that, and you get a lot of pressure onto this tier 1 tower. This Venomancer as a pseudo answer to the Wyvern, not allowing her to escape over the tree line. You know, the Venomous Gale, those toxic wards, they're able to keep providing vision on Wyvern as she's trying to escape. And then, I mean, this Fryboys draft, they have so much damage to throw into this Chronosphere. This Fade was mentioning, as this game goes on, Void has the toolkit to deal with this Naga Siren, and anything that you can contribute to his ult is just really going to tilt it in your favor. And we see Zor going for the Aghanim Scepter. He's already got 2 of the 4 components. So he is having a game.
And up top, they're going to try to knock him down. Look at the Sor. Okay, there's the Dust. The Sonic Wave as well. Go through and arms. Can he finish him off? I think Sor just wants to deny himself, right? In one of the neutral camps, he's trying to
escape
with
left. Illusions.
Oh, Demo is there. He's invisible. Yeah.
that's right
He
now.
managed to escape. The TP is available. Bye-bye.
You know, I thought
Mid lane, we got Bonk.
you focus too much of your attention elsewhere on the bounty hunter. And lose your support Wyvern, who's just trying to soak up some experience. Pray for that level 6. But it's not going to arrive anytime soon, unfortunately.
The Mage Slayer already coming out on Ember Spirit. He's much stronger than this Queen of Pain right now. Is this really what the Fryboys want? Like a Ember Spirit, very strong, that's going to be kind of walking around with this bounty hunter and collecting kills. They can be at like a insurmountable lead next 5 minutes because of this combo.
Yeah, Fade. So tell me about it from a pro player's perspective.
Chronosphere goes. He said.
The Chronosphere, not gonna get the kill, but only after it. Gonna bring down that Timber Saw. So Fade, do you feel the combination of Ember Spirit and how he interacts with this Mage Slayer, is it too potent? Do we need to see some tuning, a bit of a nerf, or does it put Ember in a playable position?
Mid lane, they're gonna kill the Quap, looks like. Oh, actually, he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna kill her.
Yes.
Might kill the Tiny as well. The Mage Slayer is just OP right now. Like, it's gonna be a nerfed item. Ember Spirit already like showing he's walking around killing everyone with his bounty in the mid lane. Might go further.
This chat.
Another Timber Chain available. I'm gonna put the damage on Jed and
there's
bring him
Bonk.
down with Bonk
Yeah.
contributing.
Dies.
Tempest,
Probably gonna
right?
get that.
Is a young Tempest?
I don't quite understand. What was it?
What was the
Is
question?
Jet
Oh,
Tempest?
Is Jed Tempest? I think Jed is the
Jed.
Ember, right? Or
Yeah.
Are you saying
maybe I'm understanding if you're like making a joke or something. I'm like
No.
completely clueless.
Like
does he have an
thought-
alias? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Gunga Ginga. That's him, right? Tempest. Tempest is the Void, and I think
Oh,
it's a stand-in.
facelift.
I don't think it's
Okay.
Rem. Maybe it is Rem, but I'm not sure. Yeah, sorry, I got confused there. But yeah, back to your question. Yeah, the Mage Slayer is just very a broken item, and part of the heroes, like good heroes that you're seeing, is that they're enabled by like they're being picked because of these items. Like without these items, these heroes wouldn't be good. Like Ember Spirit, like he has some minor buffs, but this Mage Slayer, like is it like one items that he buys, and he's extremely strong on the map. Like he's just terrorizing people on the mid lane with his bounty. It's kind of building up like a big momentum. So they need to like figure out a way to not just like walk in and die to this Ember bounty. But the Mage Slayer is going to get nerfed for sure. It just gives way too much, especially big as the mana regen. Like this item gives way too much mana regen. The buildup is way too good. A lot of the like really good heroes you're seeing right now, like Queen of Pain, even I see some Void Spirit. They just all buy this item, and it's just super good. On Ember Spirit, it just happens to be really good because you just put it on everyone. But I don't think the hero itself is like incredible. It's definitely playable, but if this item gets deleted tomorrow, Ember probably wouldn't be picked again. I would just say that. So
Yeah, the synergy between the mage slayer itself and like the flame guard and the sleight of fist, just so insane. It allows him to overreach and survive and kill at the same time. But action here, the wisdom rune going down. Zor's gonna fall.
Jesus, is there? Wow, that was a 200 burst, 500 burst damage in a single second with that radiant dead.
Yeah, the whirling death is a serious spell. Maybe fighting away from the Ember Spirit is the answer that they need until they have the tools to deal with them. Like, perhaps a Naga Song into a Wyvern ult.
yeah, I think they're just not on the same page. Like I think Ember should be at that, like Ember and Bounty need to connect with each other. Like I'm pretty sure if they're together, they will not lose like any fight or skirmish that they're gonna participate in.
They're together.
In the mid lane, yeah, it looks like they should just be around enemy heroes together as much as possible, and then the good things will happen. But their Ember was pushing out a top wave while they were fighting bottom with Bounty. It's a good punish by the Chompers. It's what they're gonna need. Like they need to punish this Bounty when he walks solo in, and he's probably gonna walk solo a lot, like he's doing right now. Like if you have a Sentry Award, you're ready here. You can kill him in this triangle. So just like small plays like this that you can do to come back into the game. Like don't like spread out too much. Sometimes you just need to like control your small zones and then punish people that walk into it.
Yeah, I find the concept of making big plays in the small areas seems a bit counterintuitive because you're like, okay, so it's Dota, it's objective based, map positioning based. Like I need to control the map, but it's like, what are you controlling by controlling a lot of the map if you can't take fights as this fight unfolds?
There's some TP going on. There's a lockdown as well. Do we have an ultimate? Yes, we do have a Winter Curse. It's going to patiently wait, but it's Demo, the one jumping over, and this Ember Spear may run away. Oh, he's not running away. Demo has him. Barely alive, not for so long. Jambur is going to be the next casualty. 3 heroes down, and he's dead. He also managed to spot Sword, but Sword is very far away. No, already used one of the dust. Will be able to pick out this double amplification of damage. Going on their Demon. It's a dead Demo. Harness coming through as well, trying to go with the toss damage. Do you have an ultimate? Are you going to lock him down? Is your offlaner? No. It is Sword with a double kill. Okay, finally, he made up his mind. So, okay, I guess it's time for me to use my Winter Curse. Best. LGTK by himself.
Void
No,
connecting.
reinforcements are coming. And Void comes through as well. Does have a Chronosphere. He wants to use it. Going to arms.
Not
Son of
using the
Siren.
siren.
Back to safety.
This fight is still going on a minute and a half later.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Kind of, I think they again kind of just playing too far from each other. I think Void can connect with a TP there and then just chrono 3 people. But you see the amp damage on the bounty? It amps like spells as well, so it just does like a ridiculous amount of damage. Like his Janata procs on the ult, and then his, on
The physical damage from
toss.
that, so it's double dipping, right?
Yeah, and then the magical damage from the
Everything.
toss as well. So you just like, you don't really want to like fight into that if you have a choice. So it's kind of cheeky kills.
Yeah, so Fade, in your opinion, since we are talking about the double dipping of physical magical damage being amplified by this rune, who are like the top 3 heroes that benefit most from this rune change? Bounty Hunter with Ags comes to
One-
mind.
I mean, that's like, it's the first time I'm seeing as this hero like that never gets played, especially on core. Like maybe support, but like your support. You just have like some guy running around with boots. Primal Beast is actually one because you think of like he has the base damage he has, or just general damage gets amplified by his trample, and also the magical damage. I had some crazy games, like late games with Primal. He's like, I have a DD rune, go fight, and he just like starts murdering everyone. Kind of like the same thing as a rapier. You think about it, like you did imagine like a rapier in Primal, like spell and
Right.
plus. They're gonna fight again here. Looks
Go with
like
the plus damage. I don't think they can kill Sora at this moment. It's like
No.
quite tanky with a 2k HP.
See, the Orchid reveal on LGTK also has that shard queued up next.
let's have that for a
Both
little
teams.
bit. I guess if you're still on that topic, I think Ember is actually not bad, right? Because he has the Sleight of Fist, a lot of magical damage as well. Even in this game, I think even Void, right? I mean, Void with like Mjolnir, his time lock, a lot of good carriers for it. Find the Naga Siren.
They got him.
Nice.
All right. No dispel available for the Orchid from the Naga. No Manta just yet.
Sora's just walking around trying to kill them out.
Ooh.
Three-man
It's a nice
Chronosphere.
Chronosphere into 3 so far, and LGTK just start right clicking them, helping, just providing more damage inside the Chronosphere. 4 heroes down at the expense of none. Triple kill for Sora, and this bounty hunter off laner. Oh, it's so annoying.
That was a 4K net worth swing for the Fryboys. Also 4K experience change.
I really dislike Snaga's build, by the way. I'm just like a big hater. I don't get this diffusal blade at all. I think like Naga right now is just Manta, obviously, because you need to keep up lane pressure. So he's playing top lane, and he's not putting a pressure in any lanes. He should be like just cutting waves, being annoying as possible. You don't want to fight into the enemy team right now, like 100% not. They have your mid laner is very far behind. He needs to farm. The enemy cores are like all in their like peak timings. So you want to split and like really slow down the tempo of this game. I would love to see him like buy like Yasha, buy like Bloodthorn, and then just terrorize the map. Push in lanes for like people walking in solo, just orchid them, Bloodthorn them, kill them. Like Bloodthorn does incredible amount of damage on Naga. It's like part of the reason this hero is still in the meta. They've been nerfing this hero a little bit. They even nerfed Heart, but this hero's still good because of that interaction. So not really encouraged by him buying that. Also, like not encouraged by how he's playing the map. So, but Fryboys are capitalizing, so they're building a big lead now, 12k.
Do you feel that the diffusal may have been an answer to the Ember's early impact, saying, you know, the hero doesn't really do too much if we just take all of his mana away? We saw that early skirmish. He had a massive wand that kind of got him out of the first scuffle of the fight. He ended up dying later near the like the pool camp.
It's like you don't really want to like look for those interactions. Plus, like Naga trying to hit this like you
That should
want to
never
like,
happen.
yeah. I mean, you're gonna go like melee range and hit this Ember. You're gonna get like Chrono. You're gonna get like Venom spells thrown on you. Like that's not the interaction you're looking for. So like Diffusal, you really buy Diffusal for Disperser. Like the Disperser is a really good item. Diffusal is just whatever. I mean, there's some heroes that pressure early with it, like Lone Druid, for example. But like it has to be like some like really like a tempo item. Looks like Zor is still picking off people on the map. But yeah, just my like what I'm seeing in my games, like I always see like one build Bloodthorn. I mean Orchid. Just really like it's hard to play against, right? Because you're Naga split pushing, plus like you're a member spirit trying to deal with it, and then you just have like Orchid to the face, and you just die. So it's just kind of like even adds to that pressure. So not gonna. I'm like if I'm in December Sphere, I'm not really scared of this guy right now. Like he was not gonna burn all my mana. My shield will kill his illusions. They pick up the queen as well in the top lane.
Yeah, those illusions benefit greatly from the Orchid, the Bloodthorn actives. Just that increased damage amp.
Yeah,
keeps her active. Feels
pinging
like
out the Naga bottom. She took the Watcher, so they saw her there. Really heavily pinging her. They're gonna start running at her right now.
does have
looks like
the
they found
song
her.
available.
Yeah. I think
Chronosphere.
she's gonna Maybe she can get her song. No, she's an orchid.
You won't be
she's
able
dead.
to just pop this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like chompers are bleeding out across the map right now.
Yeah.
Can we watch the Honor Vanguard?
No.
Chompers,
Oh,
no. Yeah,
Chompix. I think
no.
we've got to commit to this one, my friend.
All right. Well, they're gonna be able to take this Roshan. That will go on Tempest. Right. Jet has the Shivas. I don't think even if you start to.
Yeah, he might not
initiate-
think he doesn't die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like he's gonna take it on Void.
Slot opening up.
hmm I would like them to like. It's a good thing for teams is that you don't want to like chase endlessly around the map, especially versus a Naga. You like. They're doing a good job killing her, but you don't want to like go all game just chasing her illusions out. You want to start like doing objectives. This is like a perfect time. There's an enemy tormentor up, your tormentor up. That's like a, some 7k gold swing that you can go get right now. Get the towers, so you can let your bounty search. But I would like to see this void, get this Aegis, start hitting this bot tower, group up, get this tormentor, get your tormentor, start carving out like a big lead and like look to like laying the groundwork to start like ending this game, because you don't want to like get to a point where the Snaga like you overextend somewhere, died, Snaga comes back, and now you have to deal with the Snaga split pushing your waves. It's gonna get really annoying. So it looks like they're doing it right now. So kudos to them, objective gamers.
Going on to Yanbura in the mid lane. Aim's gonna take a step back. LGK TP's in, gets the Sprout and the Orchid. A little bit of damage saved from Bonk. Oh, Bonk not gonna be able to contribute enough there to keep him alive on the Tiny. Bonk blinks out. Blink dagger reveal for the Wyvern.
Yeah, they got
Chompix,
him.
what do you see?
Yeah. I don't think that Winter Curse is gonna do anything. Look at these
He's not gonna die.
Bounty Hunter, like 3k Bounty Hunter.
Do you
I
see
was
the
gonna
nice Siren? Go ahead, go Chompix.
I was gonna say like the only way that the Chompers can maybe turn out is by a really nice Winter Curse, but you want to expect that from Bonk? I don't know.
Not gonna see
You
another
have
one
to,
like for
like
another
a
minute.
support or something, because no, these cores are really tanky. Like, and they don't even have like a right clicker. Looks like top lane. Yeah, we see the Naga going, but he doesn't do anything. Like, he burned all his mana, but he died himself. Because, I mean, his Shiva's Ember with Maelstrom and Flame Guard, he just, not enough juice.
No. Arm's gonna run out of gas. A little short of his
Bloodthorn would die though,
destination
for sure. Bloodthorn does, like, it doesn't even matter, like, how many, like, he can have a heart, he probably will still die. Because the item just does way too much damage. So, that's just one small impact we see here. But, yeah, looking kind of rough. This Void already, I mean, the Void late game is a huge problem. He's already getting there. Already Manta, Bloodthorn. I mean, Mjolnir. Sorry about that. Also, Bloodthorn actually good item on Void as well. Something to look out for. Especially against the Wyvern. Wyvern heal is not going to help you there. Void will burst right through that, so nothing to look out for later.
Now, Fade, another question I'd like to ask you, something we haven't really, for the longest time, it just didn't seem relevant, even though the hero was rampant, like Nature's Prophet. His Shard just seemed, Timbersaw blinking in on top of Yambura, getting that kill immediately, but buying a little more time. Yambura has the jukes. LGT is going to die on the Nature's Prophet, now 2 for 2.
Chrono.
Release the Chronosphere is ready. You're gonna be able to
Yeah.
start, and Demo is dead.
Good Chrono.
It's going to be another track kill.
Nice. But you're saying the Shard and Nature's Prophet? It's a
Yeah,
really
so-
good Shard.
Yeah, this was, I feel like this was an item that was just not purchased for the longest time, and now we are just seeing it every single match and play.
Timber's gonna be fine bottom. Yeah, I mean, it's when NP support was, because people like didn't pick NP support. It's kind of like, I remember Lycan Necrobook meta.
Yes.
At some point, people just, it's been there, but people just started picking at some point, and people realized this crap is really broken. So, kind of like what NP, kind of like someone picked NP support and figure out like, I don't need to get these treants. I can just TP around and sprout people, and then figure out like I can TP in and then use my shard now. So it's like good. Whereas before, like, it's an NP carry. Like, if you're an NP carry or offlaner, like, what do you need the shard for? I want to get my Maelstrom, Mjolnir, and farm. So when this NP support came to light, I think this one shard also it was probably buffed a couple times as well, because I don't think anyone was buying this shard before. So yeah, it's really good. I mean, it's good for vision as well. You can just TP in somewhere, reveal in trees, just sprout him, orchard him, vessel them, whatever. So yeah, very, very good shard.
Yeah, I like the synergy that presents with the Ember, with the track from Bounty Hunter as well. Really
Yeah,
enables
that's true.
both of those heroes.
At the
So they're
same
staying
time,
up top.
this shark will just prevent you from blinking in or out.
Good calling on this bounty, but he's really like, yeah, look at him, like he just doesn't care.
No.
Good curse though.
Yeah.
I mean, BKB is nice, but I'm not sure they're gonna have a good fight here.
Age is expiring, but I don't think Faceless Void's in any kind of danger here. Gonna come back in for LGTK, get that kill. Clean it up,
Really
young
tanky with the
Tempest.
shield rune on Timber, but he's gonna die here. I think they're just leaving him alone. Naga has no song. Yeah, just cannot handle 2 heroes hitting him.
Took an off limit.
Like,
They
they're
may
not
be able
wyvern.
to get one more. Yeah, they got bonk.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
he's got-
Aim's still kind of waiting around here in a bit of a dead zone. Don't think it's save your friend syndrome, but it is certainly close.
Not sure. He didn't have curse there, so I'm not sure what he was thinking there. Maybe he was kind of trying to juke backwards. He didn't know the other heroes were there. But they didn't spend Chrono on that fight either, so he still has it. So second Roshan gonna be a big emphasis. I think with second Roshan they can actually go high ground. Get this on Void. You can get a BKB. Put a whatever it's thing banner, right? You can put a banner down
Yeah.
and just go brute force him. Wyvern kind of hard to go high ground against, but honestly it's gonna be really hard for him to even walk up to their heroes. They're just gonna like get top of him very fast. Bottom lane, he almost kills NP support, almost kills this Quap solo. So it's not a support anymore. He has more net worth than this Quap. That's why NP is getting out of control in this game. Almost has a Gleipnir as well. It's just a core, basically.
Yeah. Just able to insert himself into any point on the map, find incredible net worth wherever it's most dangerous for his cores.
And it's also very flexible. I mean, you can build any item that you want starting the game. You're starting to map out. He went for an orchid, and now it's gonna get more like lockdowns. So Nature's Prophet.
Gonna start
no,
calling the
this
hero
is-
Walmart because it just carries anything you need. You know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, up there, Hammers going with avalanche toss damage, but that is not even enough damage. You have a really strong Ember Spear with the Shivers. Gets reduced.
Nice.
Oh, the Chronosphere going into arms. There's a nice track as well, reducing more stuff. If block out the
Ember can
physical
go in.
damage, I don't think he's gonna
Oh
make
my
it through.
God.
He starts
nice
singing.
burst.
There's that Winter Curse to the rescue, but Jet say like, nope, you're not running away. Arms starts to sing right now, but he managed to get root as well. Can he escape? Are he gonna reposition? I don't
They
think
lost
so. Well, on the
two.
backside. They end up losing 2 of them. It's just going to be Jesus clearing it up. Unfortunately, Jet does not have any mana anymore. Trying to run away. And Sword is also just annihilating the rest of the team. Eesh. Hard for the
Naga's-
Chompers to defend this.
TPing into arms. Faceless Void
BKB
kind of
went
low.
through as well. Lockdown and Juice to the rescue. But the right click
Fight back.
damage of Tempest is just way too much. 2 buybacks so far.
Definitely overextended here. They're gonna churn here now. Get some return kills.
Beautiful blink
Strong.
stun coming out from
Yeah.
Ames. LGK is in the middle of the
The
fight now,
Demon's just
contributing.
gonna keep right clicking. Demon will make
They're
it out,
strong.
right? No, he's
Suki's fine on the Quap.
yes.
They should go back
It's a
up now.
dialogue. I think it's GG. After a team fight, there's. Okay. Look at LGTK, another core.
He's just
keeping
turning on
silent,
her,
he's
yeah.
dead, yeah.
You can kill this Wyvern too. He doesn't have to TP out. He's okay. Well, it's fine.
I
Yeah,
think the
I
Ball
mean,
Embrace will save him from physical damage, so he's probably, I'm out of here. In 10 seconds,
Yeah.
the Naga will come and.
he's TPing back on him though. This is a dead Wyvern. I'm pretty sure. Like he's just gonna
That's
die
it?
here.
Yeah, silence by.
He's dead. Yeah, this Nature's Prophet's a problem. He's maybe
Fair and balanced.
more net worth than the enemy team. One thing I said, like, you see the Void Chrono of this Naga, I think you should go Bloodthorn here. Bloodthorn actually is like a poor man's MKB too, because the active, like the passive it gives you, it's the same as MKB, just a little worse. But the active that it gives is like insane, especially with Banta. So I think I would like him to go that instead of MKB. MKB is fine as well, obviously. It's just against the Wyvern, like it just the E really doesn't like diminishes with the its purpose against the Chrono because he'll just shred through it. But yeah, I mean it's just a matter of time before this closes game out. This lead is way too big. They should go like Roche at some point, finish an item on Void, and then just group up. They're just way too strong. Senpi is buddy in the Bloodthorn actually, so something he can put on the Chrono for his teammates. So
Right. Just
Oh, the
outsource the
Chrono's
work.
here. They got him. Oh, right click him to that. He's gonna be able to escape. That's not Simon. That is not enough. It's John Tempest taking down arms. Oh, that's a dieback, right?
he didn't buy
No.
back that
No.
fight.
He didn't buy
It was
back.
other people. Yeah, he doesn't have gold. But
900
they're
short
picking up
now.
this. Timber's dying too. Everyone's dying. Already Radiance on December Spirit, so this Naga really not happy. Not really his game. Didn't turn out the way he wanted it to.
Are you sure we cannot watch the Honor Vanguard? LGTK. Okay, we're gonna be able to grab the. Oh, silence comes through. No, Winter Curse. Okay,
Decent curse, actually.
I think he may
He can
be able to
die.
kill him. Not even. No. Yes, he can die. The toss and the avalanche damage. Eeh.
No
He
BKB on
was
Void, by
pushing
the
all the way
way.
back. He
Uh,
got him. Yes.
I mean-
No. It didn't.
Think
BKB
it-
goes
what
all
is
the
that?
way
What
through.
is that?
Yes.
One more.
Nice.
You got it. Hamesh jumping through with the avalanche, that right click damage and sword. Pops the BKB as well. Yuka Jambura with the magical damage going through. Managed to annihilate this Winter Raven. Arms is going to be the next casualty. He's losing a lot of HP. He's not going to be able to just use the Son of the Siren, and he is dead. Double kill for sword. This offlaner bounty hunter is he's killing them all.
This
Okay.
Whisper of the Dead item too. It's a tier 2, but 10% spell damage. The penalty is just completely irrelevant to the bounty hunter as well.
Yeah. It's a great item. Well, some hope like they killed the Void. That was a good. This is actually the curse you want. Just curse this like NP next to a Void. Like that's like
Payment
the
received.
perfect because the guy actually can die. A few people try to defend against Ember. Just does whatever he wants. You can kill him.
Trying to
Trying
put
to
the moves
get
on
one.
Jed here.
He has a spirit somewhere else, does he? No.
Oh, TP back on the NP.
Yeah,
Like,
LGTK.
far in, but I think they're fine. They're gonna just kill them all here. It looks like.
Yeah, they're gonna cover him
No,
with the Ember.
no, that's not good. Alright, for heroes down, I think they're just down to call it a night.
Forfeit game
Jesus
two.
come through, gonna try to take revenge. LGTK. Wow.
Zonials. Definitely looks like you're in dire straits, and you have been for quite some time here on the side of Chompers, but they're not giving it up just yet.
Not to like beat up on him as well, but the heart. I think Eternal Shroud is definitely better choice this game. The magic damage on the enemy team. I think this not like Eternal Shroud gives like also
The
gives
EHP
like
it
as
provides, right?
yeah, and then it gives as much SP as the heart does basically, like maybe 100 less. So this heart item is really actually they're gonna force the song out.
Gonna try to lock them down, trying to push
Gosh,
all of the
just
mana
die.
101, but he doesn't do anything to this Ember. Ooh. Yeah. Lockdown
Arm.
toss him all the way. But Tempest will jump over with the
Good
Chronosphere.
Chrono.
Goes into Jesus, doesn't really care. Just goes on a 3.6k. Jesus. Jet finish them all off one by one. 3 heroes down. The Chompers will get annihilated right now in their own base by Team White. Yes, that is a team wipe in favor of the Fryboys. GG is called. Fate thoughts outdrafted or just outplay.
I really like this Naga pick. So I didn't like the way he itemized. I thought it was surprising to me how bad he lost his lane. I think just outplayed, and honestly, like kind of how we talked about like this Ember Spirit. He got really enabled. He had a really good game. The bounty had a good game. So once they combine and start like how many kills did they have this game? 50. You're gonna have like a 4K 40K gold lead. So the game is just unplayable at that point. Like especially like what is it like 37 minutes? Yeah. So it's just too hard to play. They should maybe for next game it's hard to tell people to stay like play the lanes better, but I would say actually big point of emphasis is to this mid lane. Like if he has another game where he gets like a free game on a mid and gets all the runes, it's gonna be like another rough one for them, I would say. So maybe try to prioritize that for game two.
All right. So, one, play your side lanes better. Two, dedicate to these power runes. Do you think you have to prioritize banning like the Nature's Prophet, the December Spirit, or were the first wave of bans even more dangerous to let get out?
Uh, I mean, it's like you kind of have to do your homework, see what these guys like to play. You're gonna have problems every game, so you have to solve them. I don't think it's necessarily even like the heroes. NP is a fine ban always. This hero is very annoying to play with. I don't think it's like the best hero in Dota, but if you're like already shaky on lanes, I would say maybe you want to ban it because you can kind of exacerbate the problem. Maybe that's worth a ban, but other than that, I would try to like mm, improve the strategy as well because every draft going to have some issues, especially if you're not playing the game the approaching the game the right way, I would say.
All right. So, Chompix, before we throw it back to panel, who do you have for the game one MVP?
I think that's going to be the Ember Spirit. I want it's just between Ember Spirit or the Bounty Hunter. I think the Ember Spirit was able to just open up the map, being around, just continue to put the pressure into the Chompers and just open up the entire map for them.
All right. I think I'd give it maybe to LGTK on the Nature's Prophet myself. The early pressure he applied to the mid lane, and then his itemization really helped lock down the game. I thought. Uh, Fade. Any inputs for MVP before we throw it to panel?
I think the most impact between Ember and Bounty. I'll give it to Ember. I think he had the most deciding factor on this game. It was really hard to play against this Mage Slayer Ember at some point, so they were able to take a lot of mid game fight skirmishes. Well, Ember Spirit.
Wait, I think I take it back. I think it's a Winter Riven the most impactful for the Fryboys. Okay, and
A
we
little
can pass it
good-natured
to the
ribbing
panels.
from the team owner. Let's take it back to 57 and Samson.
Oh my word, what an absolute savage Chompix is. That's his own team, boys. That's his own team. They eaten well tonight, the Fryboys, though. Pretty good showing, I'd say, from Fryboys. We kind of expected that they would have the edge, given their position so far. The draft though kind of felt like it was maybe favored for Chompers, so maybe maybe a little bit of misplay in regards to how things went down for sure. How do you agree with what Fade was saying about the heart? I feel this item is dead now on most heroes. Are you kind of in that corner as well?
Yeah, I heard yesterday you want the heart because of the strength. Like if you're playing maybe a Chaos Knight or something that like actually wants to right click with that strength damage, then the heart is still relevant on those heroes. But it's not just that like HP item that you buy on any hero anymore. It's definitely a strength like right clicker item. Uh, and I also think like what Faye was saying about the Orchid on Naga. I don't know why you wouldn't go Orchid this game. It seems like a really good item on Naga, especially when you have a Timber off lane. You know, you have to kind of be more of the person that goes in, I guess. Yeah, surprised. And also, the Naga's lane was pretty bad too. I was expecting like you can't just last pick a bounty and not get counterpicked by the enemy carry. Like you can't just have a free bounty hunter game. I was not expecting the bounty hunter to have such an amazing game, but I mean it's his own hero for a reason. It's his
Yeah, we did talk about what kind of how he had a little bit of an unusual taste in the offlane heroes, and he's supposed to lose that matchup, especially as soon as Naga gets like a few levels in illusions. Anyway, guys, we are going to go into draft for game number 2 here for Fryboys versus Chompers, and already some bans underway. No big surprise by the Chompers taking out the Nature's Prophet, sticking with the Hoodwink, sticking with the Vengeful Spirit and the Doom. Over on the other side, Fryboys, they're going to take out the Centaur and the Lion once again. So like I feel like Fryboys are playing their own game here, and they have their own strats, and they're aware of what's going to be problematic for them in that regard. And a little bit of respect given though they do take the timber saw out. A little nod over to Chompers there. What do you want to see from Chompers? Coming out here, draft wise, like early one two picks.
Yeah, like I liked the Nature's Prophet first pick last game because it just gives you what you want in a game, the basic like early game lane, like all that stuff. So I would want Chompers to pick something similar, like a Pugna or just something that will give you a good early game. Ooh, or
All right,
another one of those heroes, the techies.
the techies comes in here. Actually, a little bit awkward. Like we did talk about how strong this hero is, and this is presumably LGTK who's going to pick this one up again. He had a phenomenal game last game on the Nature's Prophet 4. His capacity for soaking up the more dangerous farm, and not just that, he's there for every kill. It felt like almost he was just kind of like TPing in and make like he racked up an insane amount of gold. But techies, yeah, not going to be too much fun for safe lane. So if you're playing the safe lane, I mean, what position do you mostly play?
3.
Actually, 3. Oh, the off lane. Okay, so you're the techies. Who you got the techies on the 4 there. Who do you want to play that's going to synergize with the techies?
Well, I would think like they already banned the Doom. I wouldn't mind playing Doom with them. Techies does so much. I used to play Wind Ranger with Techies, just when the Universal Heroes first came out. Just the right clicks, the rampant right clicks is dangerous. And Zor does like some ranged heroes, so maybe he could pick another ranged hero.
The Chompers are gonna take the Wind Ranger, maybe a little bit of a deny pick.
That's really random. Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of Wind Rangers recently, especially second pick.
I mean, we probably saw some 5 Wind Rangers, right? I hear Seb's been playing again, so it's one of his heroes for sure. But I don't think this is a 5. No.
No, let's see. For Chompers, they have played the Arms 2 games of Wind Ranger 1.
Oh, really? Okay.
And
did they win?
1 game support. Yes, they did win with Arms Wind Ranger.
All right, a bit of a specialist, a little bit of a specialist hero from the 1 position. They take out the Fryboys, take out the Meepo as well, though. So maybe they don't necessarily kind of believe it's Arms Wind Ranger, but I would say it probably is, right? Given the fact that he's won 2 games so far.
I think even if you assume it's a Wind Ranger 1, which is it maybe a big assumption, you don't want to mess with the Meepo. That's just a hero that is a solid ban.
Sure, you could bring him in as well. Yeah.
You regret letting the Meepo through.
All right. So
I think next Fryboys is probably going to pick another their 5 hero, maybe for Yanbora.
All right. Well, the Darks here are going to get kicked out. Also the Viper. So
yeah, we saw Zor's Viper yesterday, and he was destroying people with it.
So they pick up the Dragon Knight. That's pretty flexible, right? We talked about it in game 1 when it was banned out, but we could see this, in any of the 1, 2, or 3 positions, really.
I was surprised it wasn't picked earlier because the Timbersaw ban. Timbersaw has been picked a lot against Dragon Knight.
Yeah, well, they banned the Timber this time around, so feel pretty safe. No Timber, no Viper. Grimstroke feels like a pretty good hero, but does this mean Techies is play Techies as the 5, or you play Grim as the 5? I feel like Grim kind of needs like a couple of items and then he's okay, but it's difficult to get rolling from 5 position unless you're really active. And I suppose it depends.
Yeah, it probably just depends on what you want to do in the lane. Like Grimstroke likes putting his ink swell on somebody, so whoever is a better partner might just do that. You can also lane the Grimstroke against somebody that you want to silence or something like that. It's a nice I do like the support combo already from Fryboys. Just having magic damage in your support duo, it's such a like simple request in a game. Oh,
Come on, bro. How did they forget? How did they forget? So they're like, you know what? The bounty hunter, he wasn't too much of a. He wasn't. No, they've got an answer for it this time. They've got an answer for it. That's they've let it through. They are ready to counter this. Can you imagine bounty hunter? Okay, he was there. We saw the devastation he caused.
mhm.
Imagine bounty hunter combined with a grimstroke. You know?
Yeah, yeah. If it wasn't bad already. Oh, and
All right.
I don't know what they're gonna do if they couldn't solve it with the Naga last game. I mean, do you run back an illusion hero? Do you go for like, I don't know, you don't want to PL this early, but
PL here. Do I like it? Grimstroke's really, really good at finding the main hero, right? Like basically, you always find him when you throw the thing on.
so just go for the faceless. I guess. No, I don't think he does well against Bounty Hunter. I guess you can jump off the Janata damage, but that cooldown, they're not the same.
No, no. So you're basically gonna get whittled. The Crystal Maiden as well. I feel like it's a really weak laner. Maybe it's okay versus Bounty Hunter. Maybe like the Frostbite can actually do something, you know, because like he wants to run in. Maybe he wants to one tap you, steal a little bit of gold, do a little bit of harass, get the CS. Maybe every time he comes to the lane, you hit him up with that. The problem is you can't really follow up too hard with the Faceless Fight early on until he gets a few levels, I guess, in Bash. And then Crystal Maiden, you don't really want to Frost Nova into the creep wave because otherwise you're gonna have equilibrium issues early on. So
Yeah.
it could be good with the Wind Ranger though. A little bit later on, the Focus Fire comes in and you frostbite them up. And also the ult's not bad damage into Chrono as well. Like if you're like on the edge, you can get decent coverage with the freezing field for sure.
Yeah, when in doubt, get some big ultimates with some big circles, and if the enemy runs into you, you can kill him.
Well, that's a dead Crystal Maiden now.
I'm still confused by this Wind Ranger pick. They might end up putting it 4. It seems like, according to the stats, they have their support player played Wind Ranger maybe
Sure.
one time.
Maybe they felt like by the time they got to the Faceless Void pick, they maybe felt like it wasn't really going to be the play to have it be the one position anymore. Mid could still be an option for sure. You could put the Dragon Knight on the offlane. I feel like Dragon Knight's stronger in the mid though than he is in the offlane at the moment. But I mean, we have seen him being playing in the offlane like a few games recently internationally. And you talked about it as well and said it was probably pretty decent there. They get rid of the Queen of Pain, they get rid of Pango and the Void Spirit.
So both teams banning out mid heroes, expecting mid last picks. A little different than last game.
Ember still available for Fryboys, maybe potentially.
Fryboys. I could see the Ember. I could see something with a little more damage though. Something with a little more burst.
Like a Lena.
I could see the Lena, but they do have a bit of jump for Chompers already.
Or yeah, this could be okay as well. I guess you got the leap away. I'm just thinking of heroes that are going to go in well with the Grimstroke as well on top. But then maybe you want to just kind of play around who's gonna perform best versus the Dragon Knight in the lane. Go back for.
Oh, so this is a mid bounty hunter maybe to go against the Dragon Knight, and then you have a Spirit Breaker with a Grimstroke.
Okay, or I mean, Spirit Breaker mid is not unheard of either.
No, yeah.
But maybe mid is saying, "I'll show you how to play bounty hunter." Spirit Breaker feels. I'm not a big fan of Spirit Breaker, Ending Crystal Maiden, Wind Ranger, Dragon Knight, Faceless Void. These heroes are all heroes that can kind of like deal with him when he comes in. So I expect early Shadow Blade or so he's going to be able to actually connect and not get too messed up. I mean that works pretty well versus him as well, to be honest. Pretty dirty switch up here, by the way. Dragon Knight will be the
Fortunate.
offlane, and Demo will take the OD mid, and it will be mid Spirit Breaker. Actually, I feel like this is a really hard lane for Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, at least it's a Spirit Breaker, so he can try to do things elsewhere.
Yeah, he can roam from about level 4.5, 5, depending on the rune timings, depending on how much XP he actually gets out of the lane. He can definitely make things. He can definitely make things happen across the map. I feel like the early game is going to be very much with the Chompers though, and does that create enough space for our Arms Faceless Void to come fully online and become like this insane problem? Like we talked as well in the last draft about how Slark is a pretty good deal with the the shard to deal with like Faceless Void Chrono. Like you can kind of get people out of trouble with this a little bit, but not necessarily if he goes on you directly. I think Chompers has got like the problem is though I don't want to be like as mean as Chompers. The problem is Fryboys, they really felt like they were like a tier above Chompers. Like it felt like they deserved to be where they are at the moment. But that could just be down to comfort heroes. But again, we have the comfort hero with the bounty hunter for Zor. I don't know. We haven't seen the Grimstroke the techies of that Slark. Most people who are Slark players are they're going to have like a few hundred games on this guy. They're going to be it's got a specific play style, right? And there's not much that actually deals with it too well. I quite like it versus Faceless Void actually as well, because if you do get the ult off, then before the chrono goes through, he doesn't get much damage on you. And then the Jed Spirit Breaker is a weakness, though. I think not him on the hero, but the position.
He is according to his Dota, he is a divine 3 player. So he impressed last game on the Faceless. We'll see if he continues competing with these immortal players.
Yeah. All right. So Chompers, will they be able to take it back here? We're gonna have wonderful Malibu Jesus and Chompix himself to rail on his team one more time. Let's see whether or not they can bring it up and make this an even series.
And fade. Not just myself and Chompix. We've got the whole crew here tonight. And boys, we have another bounty hunter. Did you expect to see this guy slip through the cracks?
Honestly, I thought they were going to respect Bannett, but it looks like they want to test it out. They're testing out things now that they know there's an upper bracket secure. So, like, let's see how we can, at some point, you're going to have to play against Fryboys again, and they probably really want to just take down this bounty hunter.
Worked the first game, why not run it back? I will say it's like the bounty against Void is much like, for me, like it's a hero you would want to pick into Void, because it doesn't really, like, you cannot just time walk like over and over, because the bounty is gonna like kitty you with and take your gold away, so it doesn't really feel that good. Plus the bounty has like insane armor and sustain the lane, so could be rough. I mean, don't think he get much rougher than the last game in the lane, so maybe they can do something better. But it's same blueprint for Fryboys this game. He picked like I was thinking they might pick Ember again, but they picked Spear Breaker. He wants to be really strong with these subs. He has some nice synergy with the bounty as well. So again, like if the lanes don't go well, you can pretty much expect the same game, I would say. But they do have an OD mid against Spear Breaker, so I'm not I think that should be very good for them. Bottom lane. Shackle
that mid
one.
matchup. Oh,
Thomas, what are you doing there?
The aggression here.
Blood grenade? They can kill this Wind Ranger. There's a blood grenade. Oh,
I think they will. There is also a sticky bomb.
Ah, he's dead. Unlucky.
Yeah. Took the shackle shot to buy some space for his Dragon Knight, but it turns around and bites him in the ass, unfortunately.
The one good thing is that they blocked the creep wave, so the Slark did miss out on the whole creep wave. I think he got the XP, but he didn't get the wave, so at least they have like lane control right now, so not the worst, but yeah, don't really want to give out first splits like that.
Yeah, that golden fusion. Gonna get those gloves of haste earlier. Some difficult lane matchups between the Slark DK and the OD and Spirit Breaker. Be interested to see how these shake out.
It's like Spirit has 2 denies mid, so he's off to a good start. But once OD gets these levels and puts more point in Astral, you're just gonna like stay in the Astral the whole lane. So gonna be hard to deal with that. For now, looks like he's doing fine though. So Spiritbreaker can always come back. It's like a notorious hero, and it was like really good before. Like he doesn't really matter. He'll just start charging, one-shotting waves, and he'll be back into the game.
Yeah, I haven't seen a ton of Spirit Breaker since the nerfs kind of took him out of the position 3 role. What does this hero need to operate in the current game setting, in your opinion?
I think just the, like he got nerfed a little bit. The items got nerfed as well, like the Midas. Probably also has something to do with some of these like cores are coming out. Doesn't really like playing against them, but honestly, I'm not sure. This hero like doesn't seem to me like that bad. I think this can still do what it did before, just by like Midas, Octarine Core, run around the map, like split push. I think just all he needs is like a decent lane, and he needs like phase boots and Windlace, and he can start like killing creep waves, charging on side lanes. He's off to a good start. Like this is a really promising start for him. 9-5 is completely fine against this OD 10-7. He has his bot already. He's gonna just kind of get like every creep wave he'll contest some creeps. So good start for the mid lane for them, I would say.
Yeah, starting off 9-5 against an OD, it's commendable, to say the least. LGTK and blocking the camp, blocking the easy camp, and preventing the pull from Bonk. Drawing the aggro on that small camp. And Zor off to another good start here on the position 3 bounty hunter. 13-4, trailing just behind Arms is Faceless Void at 14-4. And yeah, the differential between the cooldowns of Time Walk and Janata, it's disrespectful. It feels like you can take back that little bit of HP that's gone, but you can't bring your gold back.
Yeah, that's the problem. Also, I'm a big CM like enjoyer. Like whenever in pubs and I don't get to play my role, I like to play CM. One thing CM likes is playing with strong cores, like people that like killing enemy heroes. And this lane is like weird because you really don't have like a lot of kill threat between this like Void and the CM. They're going in the CM top, which is fine, just under tower. But yeah, it doesn't like not the lane I would want to play. They're gonna try on the LGTK.
Gonna try to kill it. Yeah, it goes with the right play. LGTK is down.
It's good trade.
Sword.
Doesn't have
Gotta
sticks.
play with the shadow wave. Gotta play with the shadow there. Trying to block the vision, but Sword got him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Getting some return kills, so not bad. But yeah, just in general, like it might be also a rough game if he doesn't have anyone to play with. This hero with the Frostbite is a really great ability, like early game especially. Like it's really low cooldown, and the freeze is long. It's like a 3 seconds, so it's effectively a stun in the early game. So it's like pairs incredibly well if you can find like a strong core to like pressure lane it. So might have trouble with that, especially as Bounty Hunter gets more levels. He's gonna start like ramping up his pressure on the Void, and might even be able to kick him out at some point. So
yeah, I think the combination of that CM and Dragon Knight, just those easily targeted controls, the stuns, are going to make for some easy angles on the shackle shot eventually. Might see that come out sooner than later as Ames rotates to top with Nighttime takes the twin gate.
yeah, I think he can kill this bounty actually.
We're going to see
He
6
can.
heroes here.
Oh, there's a sentry. Finally coming through, but Jambura with the blast off as well. That is a dead Arms. Oh, painful to watch. Thank you, Poptar.
Looks like they skipped Arms Day at the gym.
Oh, DT
Not a-
King, and he's not gonna even. Oh, he's gonna get the rune actually. So good TP by him. He's gonna deny it. Okay, nice. I was gonna say he'll be unlucky if he TP'd and didn't get the rune, but at least he controlled it. So good.
We see both supports from Fryboys coming right
Oh, they're
down.
coming through. Yes, they're going. They slow down the silence as well, trying to get rid of that ghost. It's not gonna happen. So
Ooh,
they're gonna
gosh.
take him down. Yes. That, I guess he should have taken this invisibility route. Should have, would have, could have.
Yeah, but I love Chompers seeing the support's gone and they take that window to show some aggression, take out that bounty hunter in the top lane, a little bit of farm onto that void. Very skillful bash timing from Arms as well.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're Dragon Knight right now, how are you gonna itemize versus Slark?
You build the same items every game on Dragon Knight. That's why the hero's so good. You're gonna build Mage Slayer, Manta Aghanims. Like, there's really no like different builds that I see. It's just really good. I mean, again, Mage Slayer, it's gonna give you a lot of mana, and this hero needs a lot of mana. He wants to like spam his Q to farm. Not a particularly the best Mage Slayer game, but there's literally not good alternatives, so he's gonna buy it anyway. As far as dealing with the Slark, it like eventually I was thinking maybe you can like there's like a pike option. You don't really want the Slark to just hit you if in fights. So some sort of kiting, like you need 4 steps in general this game against the Slark. So but for now he hits the 6 first, so he's able to pressure even they can kill this guy. I think he's dead. Actually, it's a mistake. It's good pressure on the bottom lane right now, so they might be able to get to this bottom tower. This is actually a good start for Chompers. Actually, they stayed their lanes very well, I would say. Mid lane, actually not the best, but the side lanes are going very solid for them right now.
Doesn't deny the regen rune.
No, he actually pushed him to get the regen route.
It's gonna
Hey,
die.
Demon, he got him. Up
And then-
top, there's something going on. The Chronosphere going on Soar. Soar will be able to make it out. There's like, change your mind, come on. Just get the LGTK. Start right clicking them. They don't have any vision though. So Soar's just gonna return back and
Playing
Demon.
around that observer ward too. All right, massive swing there for the Chompers. 3 kills across the map. You know, even if they didn't take this bottom tier 1 tower from Chompers, oh, the pilots.
Wanda DK. There's a stun lockdown. Okay, change his mind. Going on Hamed. Hamed doesn't have any mana to be able to like save Jesus. Jesus is down. And here's the slowdown from Jambura with that Tekis. Which was banned, right? During the first draft, they just banned Jambura's Tekis.
Yeah, but he's back to party in round 2.
I don't
You know,
know
they're
what
really-
I'm going to do. They're gonna lose versus somebody that's playing in Steam Deck.
Hey, the Steam Deck is it's a modern marvel of technology. Chompix.
Okay.
No, but for real. But they protected the techies pick pretty well. They banned out the lion and they took the Grimstroke. Those are 2 heroes that techies feels really bad to play into. You get soulbound with the Grimstroke ult or just insta hexed as you're in the air.
Wow. Get bottom tower actually. That's actually crazy. Like you would think DK would get the tower first, but it's the Slark. I'm actually surprised. How I guess the orbital corrosion just taking down the tower, casual pressure. But
They're all in the river. They want somebody. They want Hatmas. They lock him down at the very least.
this void actually top the interaction is we didn't think about. It's actually time dilation is good against Janata because once you hit, it's basically a spell. So you just use your time dilation and it's like a good for a kill threat thing. So might have like 2x time dilation and just like it's gonna be on cooldown more. So I know sometimes I play LC into void and my moment of courage goes on time dilation. It's actually really annoying. So this is something that kind of playing a factor. I think this lane is going better than I
They left
expected.
him alone. Here it is. The time dilation going on Sword.
Yeah.
Getting a slowdown as well. There is some type of frostbite. Enough to take him
He's
down.
dead. Yeah, the 4 time dilation actually is
That's
the
insane.
void is actually not that bad. Like void looks actually pretty good against it. Spear break is charging somewhere.
He wants a kill.
On the
Does
Crystal
he-
Maiden. Yeah, Bonk is in danger,
Oh,
but he gets
he
saved.
made it.
I think Spear break could die
He's
here.
in range, right? He's in range. Yeah, goes with a slowdown. One
One
extra
more.
right click damage. Okay.
That was very optimistic, I guess. I think he was on a ward too, so they just saw him coming, and OD was in a good position to hide.
Chronosphere going up the. Wait, did he just went for the creep on first? I guess he did.
It's really fast on the void. He maybe should have canceled that and pressed his W on the CM, but looks like he's fine. Kind of a mistake. I think he should have walked up more and pressed his frostbite on him. But
3 heroes
anyways,
in the mid lane. The Gakim, the burst down. It's a dead OD. Eesh.
Not really
So
expecting
Looks
the
like
OG to
Sword
fall.
is not having, a great lane so far, but how would you itemize right now? So like this time dilation is it's pretty much removing a lot of your HP. Oh no, they took down the DK.
the combination was he's going for Orchid against the Void. They're gonna go on him here. I think he's gonna die if Teki jumps in time.
Yes.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, I mean the OD's coming, kind of going one by one. Looks like everyone's gonna be fine though. I think Orchid is interesting. It does make him very squishy. Like on Bounty, I mean the Aghanims is like what you want. It's like this kind of what makes this hero very very strong. The Orchid can backfire though. If he starts walking around solo with Orchid, it can. First of all, Boy will build a Manta, and second of all, they can just kill him. Bottom lane, they're gonna kill the Stark. Actually, good connection on Shackle. Lots of action this game, but 2k gold lead for Fryboys anyway. I think it's just the Stark, the Bounty Hunter kind of, and also the Spearbreaker Midas kind of. They're just farming a little bit behind. Also the supports have a little more farm as well.
Yeah, it feels like there's a doom in the game almost with this
Yeah.
net worth shift.
Dilation. Is that a new set? It was it was like a flare on my screen. Is it just me?
That might be. The face looks new. Like I hadn't seen that before on the Void set.
A couple of minutes kind of went by pretty poorly. I'm concerned that they didn't get this bot tower on Chompers. They might be doing it now, but yeah, it looks like they're gonna do it right now. But they're gonna have a tough time through this mid game because the Spearbreaker will just. There's gonna be Shard Grimstroke, and Spearbreaker will just charge everyone. Stark will get a Diffusal. They're gonna have like a lot of kill threat on the map, and not like they can chrono someone, but the DK is not gonna have a blink anytime soon. They're gonna go on this OD, yeah, charge with the Truck Swallow. They're gonna chrono though.
He goes with the Chronosphere. Right clicking this speed break. I'm wondering if he could have just used it a little bit early and saved their OD.
That's a
Did he
tough.
just patiently
It's
wait
hard
or
because the Grimstroke like makes the Spirit really fast, so it's kind of hard to have that good reaction time. But a good trade anyway. They used the Chrono, which is kind of important in this game. You want to use Chrono when you have it, and it's meaningful. They're gonna is Diffusal Blade on the right? Oh yeah, it's Diffusal Blade, so you can pressure this guy very very well. Also nighttime right now, so this is like when Stark is really really powerful. Diffusal Stark with nighttime against these heroes, he's gonna put a lot of pressure on the map. So I think the supports should kind of gravitate and play around the Stark and look for this Void bottom. I think that would be a smart play, but looks like they're just kind of hunting right now. Mid lane.
Yeah, I feel like
Spearbreaker is charging. Oh, he's gonna cancel it.
this CM gets caught out. She's just absolute food for this Fryboys lineup. Really needs just handhold with some of the
Orchid
core
and the
leads.
Bounty Hunter as well. I think he just picked it up. So
Smoke.
we'll be very.
Smoke of the sea.
Hey,
You don't have arms there. You're still gonna try to fight. Jumps in, goes with a lockdown. Didn't connect into anyone, but it's gonna be Jesus. Start right clicking, getting rid of Jet. Jet is dead. It looks like yes, he is dead.
Bonk gets a full duration hold off there.
Yes, never doubted. He was my first draft. I never doubted about his skills.
Maybe his public relations need a little bit of work, but that's okay.
But yeah, the fate is your earlier point. Oh, never mind. No time to talk about that. Zor into the fight with the Inkswell and gonna pop and stun the DK. Silenced and stunned up. The Phantom gonna come back and return that damage. DK to fall. He's maybe overstepping those bounds and hoping for a mid tower, but ends up paying for it with his life. But yeah, Yeezus, he popped the dragon form between the 5 and 10-minute catapult waves, died, and then he had dragon form up for the 10-minute catapult wave, but just didn't come back bottom for it. I think he lost his tier 1 and got killed by the Slark.
So good. The Chompers are grouping, like their team fight is better for sure. So they're kind of capitalizing, playing with numbers around these areas. Again, they're going, but they're responding. So the Scrims are gonna. Oh, he dies to the Ancient.
The Nitro Creep, unfortunately.
Zor?
Okay.
They killed the bounty though. So yeah, so
Consolation prize.
they're sitting together and they're just punishing them like in numbers. So like, I think the better option was the Spearbreaker should split push. They need to split them up on Chompers. They need to like make this Dragon Knight go push out, make him like go push out some wave. You know, make this like OD, so they don't have to like stick together. Because if you don't want to run into them as 5, you have an Orchid on Bounty, you have a Spearbreaker. Like you don't have like good team fight spells. You have good like pick off. Items. So they're getting punished right now by Chompers, so good on them, and Stark mid lane as well.
Ultimate
fine.
beast.
Dropping the ult, but gets
Got
silenced immediately.
silenced. Double silent, double leash. No, that was a flingo. Hammers
Oh,
goes directly on who?
Damage.
On the Slark? The focus fire on Slark. That's not gonna do anything. Oh well, here's Jet coming through.
Gonna be aim is getting out, preventing the 3rd track kill from arriving. But Zor gonna get track onto Yeezus, force him off of this tier 2 tower. Arms might fall victim to the Fryboys lineup as they rotate into the bottom lane.
sniffs it out.
And
Yeah, Bounty got some kills and already a 4K gold lead, so kind of a effect of the Bounty Hunter. They really need to be careful about like going alone all the time. Like what was working for them is they were sticking together in zones, and Arms again getting caught out.
He found him. Jambuda found him
Gets
very well.
saved. It's gonna be a team fight. Here's Chrono. Is there a Chrono here? Looks like
Yeah,
good Chrono.
Here
Great.
goes there. End up getting you 3 of them. Yeah. Oh no! Look! He just played.
blocking the pounce.
Jet. Look down now.
This game is crazy.
Yeah,
So much fighting.
Arms surviving there seemed like a miracle.
This is
Demo
Division 2,
saved.
right?
Yeah. Just solo killing the Sodi, I guess, with the Orchid, but it's already just overextending. There's so much overextending right now happening. You should just relax. I mean,
Oh, God.
the one thing about Bounty is that you have this 4K gold lead, but you don't want to just go and die because you're in a lead, so you give more gold back. So it's kind of like just they're getting a good gold lead and they're just giving the gold back again. So I like
Right.
the Chompers draft more as the game goes on. I think the heroes scale better. The Spearbreaker can be annoying on the side lanes, but he's not going like this. He's going Octarine now, but he's going the Shadowblade build. So he's kind of slowing down his own game. He doesn't have a lot of farm right now. The Spearbreaker should be like very farm because he can like, just farm every wave. He can one shot every wave, run around the map, connect to his team. So yeah, I think kind of anyone's game right now. It is daytime though, so I think the Stark kind of has less impact right now in the game. Chompers bigger win probability. I think we can expect that. Just better team fight and scaling as the game goes on. So yeah, anyone's game right now. I think we'll see if they can get more kills with this bounty hunter. They can easily just come back into the game. But if not, I think Chompers are looking good.
And do you feel like Jed just is trying to do too much on the Spirit Breaker?
Yeah, I mean, anytime like you don't want to, again, just like it's like sometimes they call it like fighting for respect. You don't want to like fight for like no reason, especially like you want to like overextend. They're just like taking any fight that comes to them. They're gonna go for Roche with his OD bottom lane, but I think Spirit Breaker, your power is split pushing. Like you want to split the enemy team. You don't want to just like go and like especially when you have a Slark. You already have a strong hero that your subs should play around. You want to like split people up, and then like let Slark just like hunt the lonely like Void walking around or some supports. They good read though. They pick up the Aegis with those OD. Yeah, this is really good as well. They're just kind of slowing the pace of this game down. Probably not going to do much with this Aegis besides farming, but that's going to work in their favor. As this game drags on more, this Void, OD, Dragon Knight, just a really, once he gets his items, this hero like starts split pushing, insanely hard to kill. Yeah, I'm kind of worried. I think this bounty as well, he's just going to drop off late, like in mid, like he has the Grimstroke ult, so maybe some combinations there, but in team fights, bounty is so useless, especially when he's not big. He just can like throw in his toss, but that's it. He doesn't really do that much else. Maybe Orchid, but yeah, I think Chompers doing good, sitting very comfortably there now in this game.
Yeah, Bounty definitely a hero that benefits from being able to bully the other team, but I mean, when their net worth is on par with them, it's not a hero that likes to fight on even footing. And you don't really have a ton of beefcakes to go into the fight for you, where you can just sit on the outskirts and throw your spells and get the track vision up and then just whittle them down. I mean, if your teammates get chronoed, like what do you offer at that point, you know?
Yeah. Again, walking alone, Zor. Like this is something that he can be like really scared about doing because he can get kind of punished. He has this shield run, so maybe he thinks he'll be fine. But smoke play coming out.
They managed to find each other 3 versus 3. They go with the right-click damage. Wind Ranger takes care of LGTK on the other side, but look at this. They managed to get Leech together. I'm gonna save myself, and Jisoo comes here with the stun damage. Sor still managed to recover, but it's gonna be bonk. Just right on the head of Sor. Got him. 3 heroes at the expense of none. It is the Chompers. They're gonna start walking to this tier 2 tower.
Good charges,
Oh,
gets
something
the
in the
kill
mid
on the
lane.
CM. Can he get out?
Whoa, whoa, oh, Chronosphere, gotcha! The Beatness will have it versus Tempest. The OD is gonna walk through. It's a little bit too late right now, so Tempest will be able to run away.
What felt like a bit of a grief with the Astral Imprisonment from the OD turns out to not be super consequential thanks to Bulldoze from the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, he
Gets
was
him
out
back
in like
into
half a second.
Right. Gets him back into that Chronosphere. Slark, though, getting a return kill onto the Wind Ranger under the tier 2, and he's able to get out cleanly. That's kind of surprising.
Slark, they used Chrono mid, so good trade. I mean, again, you want to just kind of use your like. They don't care about too much about this Aegis. Like this is kind of what the best case scenario. They get a good fight out of it. They're not gonna like go push high ground with it or anything. So kind of just like a delay of the game Aegis. He has a pike now complete on the OD, so a lot more survivable. I mean this is gonna be I think this can be a wild game. The teams are just fighting each other constantly. If the Fryboys can still like very easily win this game if they can just like find these like good engagement and still like snowball this bounty's effective track. But I think if the game was like played very carefully and like methodically, I think Chompers have like very high chance of winning this game, like 70-80%. So but anyone's game right now. Nighttime again for Stark, so good opportunity for Radiant to start using vision and getting good fights.
Lockdown, bring them a little bit closer with the Gale. Focus fire.
Yes,
Are they gonna be able to get Tempest? No, he just goes away with the Shadow Dance.
Dangerous territory for Tempest.
Hey, don't play like that with my hopes, alright? Don't lie to me. You
Trying to
haven't
bait the
seen the
enemies.
bonk effect here.
They got about 5 to 6 mines, more now on the high ground there, hoping to bait the Chompers.
The bonk
up.
effect, see? The bonk effect! There's no bonk, it's taken down, yes.
Going to D-ward solo gets punished for it.
Yeah, it's painful. Can't do that.
One thing right now, one thing right now the Fryboys should do is that again, the Spearbreaker, they should like push these players around the map. Like split them up, keep track of TPs, and take like favorable engagements, like 5-on-4s, whatever, like hero TPs alone here, go kill them. Or if they TP like heroes, like 4 heroes top, there's 1 hero bottom, you can go smoke bottom, try to kill him. So again, don't really want a team fight. You want to like abuse the lineup that you have. You have like a lot of pick-off potential, little team fight. You want to kind of just look for favorable engagements here. So see if they have that game plan going forward.
Start gonna be able to purge off the stun with the Grimstroke Inkswell.
Good Jesus,
But now-
nice silence right now, but his arm just right inside that stun. The Chronosphere goes so as well. Is he
Good chrono.
Taster? No,
First
he's
stun.
not Taster. It's a nice Chrono, taking 2 of them down. And then not charging Demo. He's coming through, but he should not.
And the bombs have been discovered. Zor bringing them through
I
the
guess
minefield.
there's still 5 mines around there. Jesus will take. Yeah, Jesus is the one that has to destroy them.
I mean, it amplifies the charge damage and the bash damage from Jed. So
He
Could
used
see
his
some
Manta
interaction.
style on DK, but looks like they're just gonna bail. Actually.
Oh, no. He managed to lock him down. He had an extra dust, and it's going to be Jet to the rescue as well. Demo managed to hide one of them, and Sword just losing a lot of HP. He tried to run away, but it's going to be the OD just giving the last hit.
That was miscommunication because looks like Zor wanted to go on him. He used Manta so he can Orchid the DK and go, but the Spearbreaker was just kind of didn't press anything. So, yeah, I mean this game like already feels like 90% over because Chompers just their draft is going to scale incredibly well. Next Roshan is going to be big emphasis. I think with next Roshan they can actually start pressuring buildings. This DK is very hard to kill and he can go hit your high ground. So take this next Aegis, push into lanes and start hitting high ground, and they're not going to feel good on side of Fryboys just sitting in their base defending against this DK. They're going to get closed off on this map and just get completely outfarmed. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, anything can happen, obviously. It's been a crazy game back and forth, but for now, definitely, I've been saying this for like 5-10 minutes already, but it's gonna leaning more and more in the direction of Chompers, I would say, as the game is dragging on.
yeah, this is a winter that these squirrels have prepared for. And that level 4 dragon form giving you the free pathing really makes approaching the high ground just not as daunting as it normally is,
Yeah, also against techies, sometimes you're scared to go high ground because you don't want to get exploded, but DK has insane magic resist with this Aghanims and Mage Slayer, so he can like send some Mantis to clear. He can just clear himself. These mines are not doing anything to him. He just walking by, so kind of relieving a lot of the pressure that techies will usually have. So I think if they'll get this read, go Roche, and go high ground, they will win this game in the next 10 minutes. So I hope they find that play. For now, just kind of farming, so all good.
Yeah, Dragon Knight 63% magic resistance while ulted.
Yeah. Already poking bottom, so I like this. You always want to kind of pressure the enemy team when you can. So they're going on the other side. Sark is hitting top. This is really wild, by the way, because he can just get chronoed, but might have some read that the wood's not there.
The Gale, they're forcing LGTQ a little bit back. That's
Yanbura DC.
Oh, well, there you go, your Steam Deck.
Steam Deck is down. Ran out of batteries, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I forgot to charge my Steam Deck, guys. Shit.
I was just looking at Jambura's Octarine Core second item. Well, first item. That looks to be a little bit greedy. He's relying on what? The mines or trying to taser people?
He just wants to put as much mines as possible. I don't know how this hero works, to be honest. Can you place infinite mines? I think you can, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So maybe he's trying to place
Yes.
infinite mines, but I mean, they have ways to do, like they have like void. I think void doesn't have manta, but DK. Okay, they have DK, so DK can clear these mines easily. He can just walk in, and the mines will do like 200 damage to him. Maybe 5 mines will. You have mantas, so not a Techies player. I've seen people go Aghanims, which is kind of like will be interesting here. Just kind of a team fight spell that they can utilize. But yeah, again, I mean, I think the name of the game is Roshan right now. They need to get this next Rosh, and the game will just be a matter of uh, just executing to win. The Rosh is up already, so should go play bottom around that area, secure the Roshan. Uh, I like what they're doing on Fryboys though. They're just putting some pressure on the top lane, forcing the heroes back. Kind of what you want to see. If you're trying to come back to this game, you need to kind of break that plan of having the Chompers group up and go together. So
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job of making them respond to the waves being pushed in, or even the Slark threatening your tower. But taking a second to talk itemization here. The Wind Ranger getting the Gleipnir, maybe to just break up the Spirit Breaker in the fights, interrupted charges, get a little more control out. How do we like for your Slark here? Do you need some auras? Do you need some like steroids to throw at this carry from your supports? How do you get them online or enable them in these fights?
mm,
I was thinking about the griefs on techies at the very least, like trying to just keep it more sustained during the team fight.
You have the dispel from your Grimstroke, providing he doesn't just get burst by the void.
I mean, the Stark, the way you need to team fights is they need to like. I mean, first of all, it's really hard because it's just mm, they have the
Void
deficit right now,
OD,
and then
like what do you do?
I think you just need to poke. You need to like really be good at like just not committing, poking, just using your two abilities, the depth shroud and the ult, to just kind of take really slow fights. The supports, the Gripstroke already has a steroid. It's his Shardy. Like that's he's gonna
Yeah.
throw that on the. He just needs to not to die. Like the Grimstroke, like he's not gonna buy like any items too much to help the Stark because he needs to stay in position and like not get caught. Because once if the Grimstroke like goes out of position, he'll just die instantly. It's the best kill in the game right now for them. As far as the techies, I mean, he could buy Greaves. I'm not sure that will help as much. I think he could have bought like some Ags this game, and like that would have been like good team fight impact. But uh, yeah, I think they just need to keep scaling, and Stark needs to just be really careful in the fights, just kind of going in and out, poking. Um, this one you're going Gleipnir though is interesting. Going to be another like core basically in the game, so let's get a link to it. I'm surprised no Yules against the Spirit Breaker. That's usually what you build to just kind of catch him on the map. They didn't have trouble doing it right now though, so should be fine.
With this in and out poke style team fight for Fryboys, do you feel like Vlad's is just kind of ineffective? Like you don't want to stand toe to toe with the Chompers lineup, right?
I I'm not sure how anyone wants to build it right now. Like, I mean, I guess Bounty can. The Sark doesn't really. I mean, Laz is a good item. Like, it'll help some a little bit, but Sark is not the greatest utilizer of it because he'll just like kind of again like go in and out. He'll just heal off his own with his ult if he needs to. So, one interesting item is Wind Waker this game. I think Wind Waker is very very good. Because you have the Chrono, the DK stuns. So like if they can, I was thinking Techies actually, the Wind Waker would be very good. The Spear Breaker as well is a good carrier of the Yules and Wind Waker. So like if the game goes ultra late, that's the item that's gonna like kind of save you because it's like it's gonna save you from Chrono. It's gonna save you from these like shackles and stuns. And again, like any item that you can make the fights go longer, Spear Breaker, you keep charging people and not die is gonna how you're gonna try to win these fights because you're not gonna just win these fights just gonna like commit on one hero and get like 5-man chronoed. You're just gonna die. Everyone's gonna die unless you kill the void, but not really. They don't really have the heroes to do that right now, so just pause. Still waiting.
Yeah. The Wind Waker also benefiting from the Spirit Breaker's Octarine core, getting that lower cooldown.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good item. It's like the because I mean you use is on situational. You can buy it on Spirit Breaker sometimes, but it's a nice item on him. Gives him mana regen, movement speed. So um,
Oh, I see. It's really good all chat here, boys. I don't know if we've seen anything the likes of it for a couple weeks. Hey, that Bonk autograph is going to be worth something after this group stage is finished. Chompix, how much are you charging for Bonk autographs at this point?
As much as he cost us on the goal. How much was he? He was 10 gold.
So 10 gold, 10 USD. What are we
I was
looking
gonna
at?
pay 1 gold for him, but nobody. I think it was Lil Nouns that just decided to go 5, and I was like, okay. I'll give 10 for Bonk. That was my cap, though. That was my cap. 10 was my cap.
Yeah. So Fade, being a player, do you like the drafting style that we have with the NADCL at this point, the gold system?
yeah, I think it's interesting. I would definitely like. I value players differently, so like I would draft like a little differently. It's like some players go for way too high, in my opinion. Some for way too low. But I mean, yeah, that's what you're paying for. Like, if you're like the owner, you kind of want to have like some control. So you want to draft players that you think would kind of like a fantasy team almost, right? I mean, it's a little different because people are actually playing, but it's kind of like a part of the fun. So I think that part I enjoy. I would say one thing is this season is like kind of the problem we're seeing is that there's just for group stages just little too many games. So kind of towards like we started strong and then towards the end people are just kind of like getting probably like exhausted or not seeing like the value of just playing them all out. So we're seeing a lot more forfeits.
Sure.
Um, but I think the drafting's fine. It's entertaining. I think keeps everyone. It's a good fun. I think everyone's kind of was watching the draft day a little bit. I mean, seeing their name get called.
Right. Everybody's like holding their ticket. They're like, "Oh, pick me."
Yeah,
So
exactly.
with the styling of the season, is the duration of the group stage like, is that okay? Are there too many games every weekend? Like, do you like having the group stage kind of spread out across multiple weeks, but maybe like if there were fewer games every weekend?
I think it's like it's just not a like a big like because it would be more if there was like more value like impact to it because
Yes.
like sometimes
Sure.
like you've seen something like this at TI where it just seems pointless just for seeding because I would say like it would be more beneficial if like let's say like bottom two teams get eliminated or something like that will
Right.
be more people like more incentive to play that as well as like when you compare it to the last season I think the for the price pool, the games were the duration was much smaller. So like when you're a player and you kind of like time and money, right? So you don't want to
Right.
like play like a tournament like super long if it doesn't have a high price pool. So it's like motivation to play as well. So uh kind of the factor for these for playing the games. But I would say like improvements, you can just split and make two groups, and that will like cut the group stage in half by there.
Okay.
So that would be like better instantly. You can even think about like if there's more teams to force. I would say you definitely should cut down the group stage a little bit in playing time. As far as too many games on weekends, I mean, I play Dota a lot, so for me, it's like nothing. I think it's very fair to play like two best of twos in a day. I don't think that's the problem. I just think it's maybe should be like 1 or 2 weeks. Spreading out over a month just uh doesn't make the most sense to me.
Gotcha.
Probably
So
trying to play more meaningful games. I think that's probably the
Yeah,
big cap.
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
actually,
TLDR, the stakes for the group stages are much lower than they were in season 5, and people are feeling that impact.
Do you guys
Anything
watch
else?
the NBA at all?
Yeah,
Yes.
So I mean, like you see like players like resting or like taking rest days because the games don't mean that much, so they're not gonna play. So like it's like kind of the same thing here. Like if the games don't mean as much, people are just not gonna show up. They don't like I suppose like NFL, every game matters, so people are gonna play, and it's actually also brings more excitement as well if you're to the viewer, if there's like more on the line, right? If it's like
Yeah.
some just like the 50th group stage game, maybe not as much as EPL as it's like a, this game is gonna matter if to get you to playoffs or not or something, or for the seeding.
So Fade, real question. Basketball League in a DCL, which team takes it all?
Basketball team NADCL.
If you're 5, yeah, if
mm,
all 12 NADCL teams were in the gym and it was just 5v5, which team would win, you think?
man, I don't think it would be pretty to watch unless like because it's like I know in me, I mean I'm probably not the nerdiest nerd, but I played some basketball, but I'm still not very good. So it wouldn't be entertaining, I would say, to watch me play. I mean, we don't have like hardcore Dota players. Like not all of them are hardcore. So maybe there's some people that are like pretty good.
Some
So
sleepers.
yeah, I would say. Uh, I don't know. I think we will be all right though. Like if we played, I think we won't be that bad. So maybe we have the winner's mentality. I think that'll carry us a long way. So maybe we'll I think we'll win that as well. But yeah, not sure. Maybe the casters will win. I don't know. Maybe you guys form your own kind of group and win that.
Ooh, we could have a talent team. That'd be fun.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
I cannot shoot for shit though. I'm good. I can play good
Yeah.
defense, but that's about it.
We can try to
Chompers?
play the soccer slash football game on arcade.
Oh, the banjo ball.
Have you seen that? I don't know what's it called, but there's just something with a feel.
Yeah, we played a bunch of banjo ball with season 5, with a lot of those guys. And if you're out there watching and you want to play some banjo ball with some of the NADCL community, you can set that up. Just type !Discord and join the NADCL Discord, and we set up regular game nights when we're not casting or watching these thrilling group stage matches. We'd love to have you with us. But Fade, are you a fan of banjo ball by any chance?
I've heard of it before. Let me Google that really quick. Banjo
It's a custom
ball.
game in Dota 2.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
like,
okay.
the soccer.
No, I haven't played. Played soccer when I was young. I don't know. The only custom games I've played, I kind of played Custom Hero Chaos a little bit when I was into that for a little bit. A little bit of Overthrow. It's a good amount of fun. Those
It's a good warm
two
up
games,
game.
yeah, I mean those actually like it's good for like itemizing late game. Like it's kind of like sometimes like you go late, super late game, it gets kind of like that's like the messiest Dota because it's like so
The
many factors. Like people have billion items, and like that's when the good overthrow players shine. I would say like pressing spells, comboing, buying the right items. So that's a good practice, and it's just, people actually like kind of like take it little. Let's set some validity to the actual game of Dota. Custom Hero Chaos was also pretty fun. Those types of games I enjoy. But not many other ones I played. I don't play too much custom games, I would say. But yeah, maybe I'll have to give it a try sometime.
All right. Now, boys, my next question I've got for you all. Let's say the Crownfall patch comes out, right? We saw it advertised recently. New game mode. Some of these new reveals. We have a new hero. I mean, we know Ringmaster's coming up, but imagine we get a second hero that was unannounced, unadvertised. And we are going. Pause is over. Fryboys have run out of pause time. Yenber's Steam Deck in flames. We are back here in game 2 Fryboys versus Chompers. Chompers are hungry for their win.
We have a player that is feeling under the weather, so probably they are like, okay, let's try to finish the game.
Yeah.
Last week,
Yes.
Bonk was playing sick. Was it last week? Yeah, he was having a fever. He's like, I still gotta play.
He's committed to the game,
Yeah.
committed to the grind.
Believe it or not, he's the most committed in the team.
Yeah, that's how I find that's how like the kind of outspoken, goofy people are. Like below the surface level, they care. And Fryboys not caring about this Roshan attempt from Chompers at all. They take the second Roshan. Gonna get the Aegis, gonna get the banner, and Fade is this new addition, Roshan's banner. Have you felt the impact of this in your games at all?
People don't really know how to use it. Oh, Chrono Top. But
Arms knows how to use that Chronosphere,
wow.
killing the Slark immediately, 70
Yeah.
seconds until his respawn.
That's a
Yeah,
good
they're,
point,
like, falling
Fake, 'cause
apart
the way
right
I was
now.
thinking about this, like, why people are not using the banner? They probably haven't decoded how to use it efficiently, right? Or it's just a useless item.
No, it's about where you place it, because like I've known in my games, people just go like, you place the banner here, go kill it, and they just do. So it's like you need to. I haven't seen like people, like there's like a meta, right, where people just kind of like know the good spots to place it. I haven't seen that impact. As far as the item, it's okay. I don't think it's been like crazy impactful. It's like, oh, we need to get Roche so we can get the banner. It's like, it's meh. Cheese is also mad though, so oh, BK is going high ground already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like we'll be able to take down
Sports are dead.
LGTK. Jabur is back.
Oh, he can't.
Is he?
Yeah,
Reconnecting.
Yambora.
He's going for the
Javo
Ags as
Toe.
well. So, see if you can get to it. The Jet is dead though. Yeah, they're falling apart. They're gonna go high ground now. It's gonna be really hard to stop this push. The DK is just practically unkillable at this point. They don't have Chrono, but they don't really seem to care. Kind of what we see as well, the DK sending the illusions, clearing all these mines up. So, Techie's not really having a lot of impact.
And he wants to get
Yikes.
Aghanim Scepter later. I'm not sure how that's gonna help, but okay. Here is
Tempest in the fight.
Rooted Slark. Bring that a little bit. Yeah, he brings him back with the Gale.
Dead.
Oh no. He's dead, right?
Buyback used on the Slark.
Easily right at Demo start right clicking. No casualties so far for the Chompers, and they're gonna go for this Slark. The Slark managed to push himself, body blocked there by arms. Are they gonna be able to
Dead
grab him?
again.
Yes, they got him. He is dead, and that is a tieback on this Slark, and the Chompers are starting to invade the Fryboys. Much of this in these Fry's arms. With the extra life there. Well, we're playing 4 versus 5, so nothing to get excited. This is just a fake performance. Uh-oh. Buyback after buyback. Jambura places 2 mines. That's not gonna be enough. Dieback on Jambura. And I think this may be the game. Chronosphere goes in. Start right clicking them. Jet in trouble. He's dead. Yes, he is.
Buyback on Jed. It's a 3v4, soon to be 3v3 until the Void's back on Zor getting burst down. A lot of damage escaping there. And
Adam's
Jed
gonna
not going to
be
be
able
able to
to
make it
just look down. Yeah.
back to the fountain. Charges to his death. And that is going to be game, most likely, for...
Yeah, I think it's over. AG's.
Damn. It's always tough to play any game after a pause, but... the DDoS coming out.
To be fair, I'm not sure Techie's, even if he was connected, I'm not sure that would have made a difference. I kind of saw the writing on the wall here.
Yeah.
Especially after they gave up their second Roshan, but yeah, I mean, nice game from them. I think it was kind of like falling a little bit apart for them. Like they were kind of seconds, kind of like the first game. They were getting 4K gold lead behind like a 10, 15, like 11 minutes. But they managed to kind of fight together, hold off to like the bounty storm, and then like once the game goes late, the impact of him is just not noticeable in team fights or just in general.
Yeah. Yeah, Chomper's showing a real return to form after that game 1. So
Oh,
if maybe if I'm the team owner of like Chompers, I might sit him down and be like, "Yo, good job, everybody. How do we do that again? Just keep drafting like that." And Chompers, what would you say if you were the team owner to these guys?
can't wait for season 6, 7. Nah, they play well. It looks like they were able to recover their mistakes. I mean, I kind of feel like Fryboys just lowered their guard after having a great performance on game 1. They just lowered their guard, and maybe the Chompers were able to take advantage of that.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go ahead and throw it back to our boys on the panel, Jeeves and Samson. Take it away for us.
All right, thank you very much, guys. It's a great cast. A little bit unfortunate the disconnection coming out there on the techies, but as you say, I think the writing was on the wall for quite some time, Samson. Don't you think? Yeah, I think that was pretty good though. The Chompers, like, they were able to answer the bounty hunter. He was a real problem in the first the first game, and I think as well. Obviously, Chompix told the Chompers in between the games that they were qualified already for upper bracket. Do you think? Do you think it was like? Do you think it was like a significant amount of pressure just taken off of them there, and they just kind of felt like, all right, cool, we can just kind of play, for fun.
Biggest enemies are ourselves. Everyone kind of hates each other. So, we found out we qualified and no one really cared. We just wanted to finish the game and stop being around each other. That's actually what we're playing for, just to end the season as fast as possible.
Sure. And Wind Ranger is a little bit under the weather. You had it last week, and now the position 4 gets. So do you think next week it's going to be position 3, or do you think it might jump to 2 or 1?
No, Hames was faking it. He was playing really, really bad tonight, so he was pretending to be sick. It was kind of pathetic for me.
Was he throwing a little bit of shade on you for last week? Were you when you were ill? Were you not maybe on top form? I thought your Crystal Maiden was really good. Actually, I felt like
what the fuck? I'm high as fucking balls, man. If you thought that was good, that's crazy as hell. What the fuck?
So the bounty hunter, he didn't really have a way with you in the lane. You faces Void plus Crystal Maiden, and yet you still were able to get some kills there. That's what I'm trying to say. Laning wise, it was quite good.
Oh yeah, I guess. I don't know. That hero kind of plays itself. You just click ice stuff, and then you're either dead or you're not.
All right. Yeah, Chompers. What do you? Samson. What do you got? Anything for the Chompers lads here? Any questions you want to throw their way?
What's up with you, man? How you doing?
Hello.
Tell me about yourself. Like, I don't know. Any personal information you want to reveal? Like, how are you in real life? Like, what do you do on a daily basis?
Normally scavenge.
for food, for what?
Really anything. I mean, you'd be surprised the kind of stuff people throw away.
Where do you scavenge? Like, what are good locations I should look out for?
Goodwill out in the dumpsters behind their place. Plenty of bakeries nearby. I have to, make enough tokens, make enough change to get into the LAN cafe to play for these.
So you're not on a Steam Deck?
No. If we don't get first place, there's a very real chance I die frozen on a sidewalk somewhere in like Milwaukee. So, for our competition, is that what you want? My blood on your hands?
I mean, you just have to up your game. Maybe if you win, if you guys take it all the way to the grand finals and you get the big prize, maybe you could have a Steam Deck as well. Maybe get a little Gabe Gear action. Yeah. So now you guys are going into the upper bracket now. Do you feel like you're starting to kind of gain momentum? You're starting to get a little bit confident here. Are you going to do Daddy Chompix proud, or do you just hate that guy?
I think several of my teammates had their accounts taken back by the real account owners, so things are going better.
Okay.
Yeah, there was nefarious individuals originally playing.
And when you were drafted, you were one of the best value pickups. It was 10 golds for you as a support player. Do you feel like next season you would be significantly more?
I fucking hope not. These people can watch these games. I don't know. Some fucked up shit happening on every hero I am. I forgot about this, but last week or yesterday's games, I almost fell asleep during the draft, and we wound up with extra heroes, so I had to play a Centaur 5. That was a weird game.
I mean, did you win? Did it feel okay in the end? That feels like a really tanky hero. You probably got away with like very few items on the Centaur 5. You run in, do a little stampede when things are troublesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Things were looking really bad, I thought, but I haven't looked at the game.
Oh. And if you were to kind of pick an MVP from you guys' team, other than yourself, would you who do you think basically made the techies disconnect?
I mean, that was probably me, but outside of that, I think they're all fun to play with. They're all very great players. I don't think there's any individual MVP. So
I did want to ask as well, during the draft, you guys obviously you lit the bounty hunter through. Did you feel like you had it answered like a lot of these heroes feel like they did particularly well? The Faceless Void actually matchup was really quite good with the time dilation. Sort of made the Janata not as spicy as it would have been otherwise. Was that something you guys were discussing like in the run up to game 2, where you're like saying, okay, we do need to deal with this bounty hunter somewhere, or did you feel like he was the least threatening because you took like a bunch of their heroes out in the draft, picking and banning them?
I don't know. I don't see the point of banning bounty hunter. That hero kind of sucks. So I mean, if they want to pick it, that's on them.
All right. Do you have any words for your fans? Anything you want to say to the guys that are watching the game here?
Yeah, I'd ask him what's wrong with him. Why would you be a fan of us? That's crazy. That's crazy. Well, who do you guys think the MVP of the games were? You can pick me. There's no pressure.
Yeah, no. The Crystal Maiden was not good, and game 1 was you were really bad. Like I feel like you did sober up between game 1 and game 2. The Winter Wyvern, no, I think we actually voted you as MVP for the enemy team. No, no. Honestly, I think you guys played. Really, really well. And I think as well though, because the game was already in the bag. DK basically made it like he lost his tower first versus Slark, but we're not going to hold that against him, okay? But he really was able to carry the game forward, and that early kind of high ground push, the 2 Roches as well. Like even if Techies wasn't disconnected, I feel like the game goes a little bit longer. Maybe he can kind of stall things out if all 5 of them are able to play together. But I feel like the game was already in the bag by the time he TC'd. Is that kind of like what you guys were feeling as well? You were kind of starting to be, quite vocal after he TC'd,
I zoned way the fuck out there, man. I don't know. I think I need to go lay down.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Good night.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bonk. And he's gone. Okay. No. And yeah, thanks. Thank you so much for Bonk for joining us, Samson as well. Any final words for the boys and girls?
Thank you for hosting. It was fun having you here, and thank you for watching, everybody.
All right, so we're going to go into the playoffs next time we're live. It's going to be super exciting. Upper bracket playoffs are going to be the first thing, I believe, and they're best of 3s. And finally, I feel like there's going to be some real stakes, in the tournament. And well, it has been a pleasure though for me to join you guys, and I'll see you guys on at least the stream in future for sure. No, thanks again to Fade for joining us, as well as Chompers and Malibu Jesus.